Laheim.
Did you just say Laheim?
I did. I did.
Beautiful
1,
stuff.
2, what?
Do I do 3, 4?
1, 2, 1, 2. All right, I guessed right.
1, 2.
Crank.
1, 2.
Crank that, soldier boy.
Tanya fixed me last time because I had the pre-party going for like the whole podcast. Well, just, the first couple minutes. I just missed it.
Yeah, it's easy to do. Toby. Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah, we should have had Toby's reviews and not reflective reviews of the Revival Motoring Podcast.
Yeah.
What's up, John Orr?
For sure.
Big show. Oh, big feels in John Orr's YouTube profile pic. Looking like a champ wearing a tie. All formal. What's going on, man? Thanks for being the first guy in the chat. He says a nice, what up, mofos?
Yo, yo.
Why am I hearing me? Come on. Yeah.
Pop-out chat.
That was loud. How do you pop out chat? Oh, right, because you were in YouTube's.
I enjoy that, yeah.
Little standalone action.
Kinder in the house.
Keep that out in front.
Base VR in the house. Are we still alone?
What's Kinder doing? I'm surprised he's not going to play baseball.
Buddy, we have Donomies. We just had one.
I think he's questioning after current events.
What happened?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Oh, yeah.
But he was just asking. So we're good.
We're still social gatherings 25, but public events are 150 outside. So
yeah,
we don't have social gatherings. Tell you that much right now.
I'm not very social.
Nope.
Store chat.
Not even slightly. Same, man. I don't want anything to do with that social stuff. I just want public gatherings.
I'm a public kind of guy.
Diesel Dave, who we doxing this week. Big shout out to Toby. It was great to have him here. I love his house and address.
Yeah.
Toby's a guy that really hides his views. He plays his cards close to his chest.
Really keeps him guessing.
Yeah, really.
You're not quite sure what he's thinking. Where he's
Leaves
at.
you asking for more. Yeah, I wish he'd communicate a little better.
Josh, how's that Grateful Pal? Oh, it's even get the nipple top too.
Nip top.
God's blood.
I know. I'm a big fan of it. I like it. I like it a lot.
Oh, I know what Kenner's asking about the donut. Wow, I'm a fucking idiot. Yeah, we're still allowed. GTR's meant. Thank you, man. It was clean that day. It right now has a bumper off. And we're going to talk about the trials and tribulations that come along with ownership again.
There's a couple things off.
I'm going to talk about the podcast. I just can't. I hate leaving cars disabled in my garage, even though it's raining and stuff. So I'm not really going to drive it anywhere. I don't drive it during the week, but it's still. Yep. I'll get to it in the podcast. I'm going to burn a bunch of great material, but thank you. It was running like a top. I think it's got more in it though. Oh, Kinder doesn't play on Wednesday nights just to hang out with us. Thanks, buddy.
Top guy.
Young Ben's in the main room right now. He's actually hearing the sound effects for the first time.
He can hit some bombs, too.
Some goddamn bombs?
Kinda.
Oh, yeah, that guy slays them.
Slinging that thing.
Oh, yeah, those seats in my GTR, yeah, those are SPJJs. I can't imagine they fit in a Miata. I don't think that a lot does, right? You need, like, really thin boys.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know I've had, I don't know, there are a couple guys here. Ben Fromry and Chris had thin boys. They had like those nice thin boy Recaros, man. Those are looking really, really tight. Just not goofy and old enough, but in newer stuff. Or in the 964, just really fit good.
Oh, it's beautiful in 964.
Really? Those seats are the cheapest SPJJs you can buy, too, because I don't think anybody wants them as they're so hilarious. Actually, the man who I bought them from was here. Brian, I haven't seen him in a long time.
Yeah, he was here hanging out.
The man who lives in the same town and coincidentally had those for me. So, what's up, young Ben? You look like you were going to talk to the mic.
I still haven't met that guy.
Brian?
Yeah.
You never will.
Hey, why didn't you come on Saturday?
I had work.
Oh, Lotus seats. Good
It's
call.
not an excuse, man.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, you could have worked here. We don't pay you anything. You should have been here rather than earning money. You been in the new ice cream place in town? It's great. Moose Tracks? Oh, man, get going.
Moose Tracks, they're expanding? Because there was one of those in Tiverton.
There's one of those in Scituate now.
It's owned by the people that own IGA.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's great news. It's really nice inside. The ice cream's killer.
Yeah, it was supposed to be open like a year and a half ago.
I wonder why. They got wrecked, man, because of the Rona.
Shit happens, you know?
Yeah, those Porsches were sick. One of them was Contribution Chris's, the silver with red, and then the other one was Mr. Fromry's.
Yep.
The red one. So, yeah, those are, yeah. I was also the guy parking people inside and leaving people outside, and now I know what it feels like to hurt people's feelings on entry, but
Yeah.
To hurt.
it's going to get worse and worse.
All right, I think I'm good. Wow, I got to remember to stay on this thing.
Hey, come on, man.
Hey, you had
One week
I'm
off.
week
away.
off.
I'm all out of
Train
sorts.
wreck all of a sudden.
All out of sorts. Yeah, I got my buttons.
Does our after party graphic still work? Boop. It's not the after party. Just make sure it works, boys. In the after party. Thanks for stopping in.
That was a good episode. Thanks for having us.
Revival Motoring.
That's my favorite shit right there.
Live with the boys of summer.
There was a new.
I want to get I want to cut the Boys of Summer graphic for my K truck or something.
100%. I can picture it now.
Maybe put it on the skyline even. I want to start doing lime green accents on that thing. What do you think?
I was in.
Yeah,
I was
think
in.
so.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
just some subtle light and lime green.
Contribution Chris, he really kind of poo-pooed the whole thing, but I was in.
Yeah, no, I think it's. Chris, love the guy. Literally related to him.
Yeah.
No idea. Style wise,
Yeah.
like colors and stuff, not for him. Not great at that. Yeah, you guys in the Miatas parked in a great spot. I think that was great. That little small convertible parking.
Yeah,
Finally,
it was
to
awesome.
finally have your Miata seem really large next to that
Cappuccino?
the cappuccino. That's nice. I like cappuccinos. I'm glad I didn't get to see that one.
It was awesome.
My
'cause
favorite color
I
too.
Seen that on the highway, on the Braga.
Yeah.
The Braga.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa. Look at
Cool,
this.
right?
Look at this thing. Hot damn. Then I'm like, there's no way he's coming to our donut meet, is it?
You got here before him?
Oh yeah, because I was hauling ass.
Yeah.
So
Cruising along.
I get here and then actually wait. Did he? No, yeah. I think he showed up after.
Yeah.
We need a Revival Boys of Summer T-shirt, as Rusty Hurton just said.
Can we take the volleyball scene from Top Gun and just superimpose our heads on them?
Yeah.
And
Oh,
then-
that would be so sick. And then
Just-
Base VR wants to give you a shout out for the free stickers, Corey.
Shout out for the sick wheels. Both of the Miata boys had sick wheels.
Yeah, they had Hot Wheels.
Yeah, OZ turbos and some new works.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did a Boys of Summer shirt. We could do it like the cover of the Keanu Point Break.
Oh, Point Break for sure.
I don't know
Hold
what the
on.
cover of it looks
I
like,
can't.
but I'd imagine we could draw it silly. Or you know who else could draw it is Stairs, because he's an
Yeah.
artist.
YB, have you ever seen Point Break?
The original.
This is your homework.
I don't know. It sounds familiar.
Surf Nazis, they're in that.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves is in it. Obviously, the Swayze train's in there.
Swayze. Oh my god, the Point Break.
Is it good?
It's pretty good. It. I don't know if I have the facial structure to match what's
I'll get
going
you
on.
I think
Yeah.
bottom left is all you.
The Live with the Boys of Summer T-shirt.
Point Break logo does kind of look like the Predator logo as well, but that's fine. We'll let it go.
We'll take it.
Slide. Oh yeah. So yeah, I was pleasantly surprised when that cappuccino showed up here.
Yeah.
The mini cars. And actually, you know what's funny is those parked next to the R35.
Yes.
Oh yeah, but that's it's Calvin's boy.
Yeah. Well, yeah, for sure. But it just shows like how small those cars actually are.
Oh yeah, and how fucking massive
Yeah.
R35s are.
Yeah.
Big boy.
Large.
Even his little white daily car parked next to the R35.
It's
yeah.
crazy, man.
Speed yacht.
Yeah, the white daily easily hold 4 or 5 people.
Oh, of course,
R35
beautiful.
4 times the size of it. Yeah, Calvin really get it done on that thing. All right, what are you boys thinking? We want to do this?
I think we can do this. Yeah.
Let's
I think
do
we're
this.
ready to roll. We are back, gentlemen.
Yes, we are.
I think Josh is back.
I am back. I am here. I am somewhat ready because I wasn't in the right place on my notes. Welcome, everyone. I'm Josh Garcia, and this is the Revival Motoring Podcast. As always, I'm joined by Chuck Who
Hello.
and Corey.si.
Hello.
We also have the youngest of Bens in the room.
In the main room.
You ready to bring it?
Yeah.
He's brought it. He just brought it.
I mean, I had to pick your color today.
Yeah. You got to come up with a reason, though.
Yeah, there you go. It's
Yeah.
pink. The color is pink. You have about 2 hours to figure that out.
Yeah. We'll get back to you.
Huge shout out to John Stairs and Toby for coming to hang out last week because that was very fun to listen to everybody.
Yeah, big shout to John Stairs for coming to hang out.
To get through that, it was very fun.
No, we love Toby. What a maniac.
Before we get rolling, this episode is brought to you by us. Visit revivalmotoring.com. Go and subscribe to one of our podcasts, whether it's us, the Revival Motoring Podcast, or Talking Motorcycles, which has a new episode out now. Just came out
Just saw that.
yesterday.
I just started it up.
Go give that a listen. And then head over to our YouTube channel where you can like, comment, and subscribe. Do that, and you'll be cool.
Yeah, you'll be so goddamn cool.
If you don't,
And we will appreciate you
Yeah.
as human beings.
Yeah.
We talked to all your friends, and they said it'd be cooler if you did that.
Yeah.
way cooler. So much cooler if you did.
Little mate.
New magazine's coming out very
Mhm.
soon, probably first or second week of August. The pre-order for that issue will be up.
I got a little sneak peek sent over to me from John.
We'll taste.
Oh, yeah?
a
Got a
little nip
taste of
for
that?
it.
Let you
We're wet the beak.
give the old salty boy. The other thing, we're gonna have another shirt too. The high octane shirt's gonna come out. Maybe this
High
week.
energy?
High energy, high octane.
That young
It's what
Ben
we
high
do.
energy?
It's what we do. Cranking it in 2020. So that'll be out in the next day
So
or two
loud.
as well.
Super fucking loud.
Well, I don't know. Let me crank that down a little bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, just like, comment, subscribe, support us any way you can. Even if you tell your friends, your family, your dogs, whatever.
Yeah.
Just help us grow. We're
Help us
growers.
help
We're
you.
certainly growers, not showers.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
so let us help.
Buy the T-shirts. We
Or have you
are.
help
The world
us.
is a
Yeah.
better place right now. We're
It
getting
is.
there.
Yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna try to sell about 50 of those if we can. Let's hope.
Set the goal real low.
Yeah.
We have
We need to shoot 50.
any
If you'd like to leave a callback number, press 2.
callbacks, gentlemen?
I got one back to last week.
Okay.
We had Corey had opposition on the crawl gear on the Bronco, counting as a 7-speed.
Yes.
But you know what? Like Spinal Tap, you know how their speakers go to 11?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's the same thing.
It's the same.
You
thing.
could have made it a crawl in a 6-speed.
Yeah.
You could make 10, 11,
Yeah.
but it goes to 11.
It's just weird.
Yeah, I
I'm
get
like,
it.
it's not opposed. It's cool, but like the wording, the verbiage for it,
Yeah,
and
it's,
like everything
it's literally
was like,
11.
Yeah, it's like
You ever notice
Ah.
on the BBC's website, their media player goes to 11?
no, I never.
Oh, it's like
noticed that.
it's the best thing in the world.
That's pretty good.
It
I've
used to,
never
maybe it
noticed
doesn't
that.
anymore.
Yeah.
But BBC News, I'd always watch it, and you go to the volume, and it goes to 11. I was like, oh, there we go.
I enjoy that. You know what? Marketing.
in marketing.
That's
Yes.
what it comes down to. Marketing.
Yeah, I get it. They're just setting themselves apart from everything else because, like, if you get a Jeep, it's going to be a 6-speed.
Right.
So it's like, well, Bronco's a 7.
Yeah, I
you
saw.
know?
I
and
saw,
everyone knows the bigger the number, the better it is.
Right. Right.
unless it's weight, in which case,
Cut it. Cut it.
I saw something about Broncos selling. Obviously, they sold out all the. This kind of news, but everybody knew this was going to
Yeah.
happen. Sold out all the pre-orders and stuff.
That special one, yeah.
For this
But
first,
the whole-
first edition.
The whole thing isn't about selling out the first couple months. It's about 6 months down the road.
Right.
Jeep Gladiator.
Yeah.
If people still buy it,
Yeah.
and
No, it is.
and some cars, Jeep Gladiator, it hasn't been purchased further down the road.
Been a bit of a struggle to move those off the lot, if you will.
But I think Bronco's going to be more successful.
They actually added, I think they doubled that first edition.
I think it was supposed to be
I saw that.
3,500 initially. Would they bring it up to $7,000,
I think so.
7,000?
Yeah,
think
something
it was
like
my
that.
news.
I didn't
Oh,
get into the
no,
details.
I'm just kidding. I didn't have news
I
on
was
that,
gonna say,
but I
didn't
did
get
read
into
that.
the details of it. I just happened to see
They
that
did
headline.
double the amount they're going to.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So that edition.
Has it since resold out?
Probably.
Almost
Well-
instantaneously.
Wow. All right. Well, that's cool.
The buzz for the Bronco is there.
It's
I
only
mean,
$100.
It's got me. It's got me for sure.
It's only $100. It came out of Elon's playbook.
It is. It definitely did. It came out of Elon's playbook, so it's $100.
Which is good because I want to chat about that in particular.
All right, well, we'll save it.
that
We'll save it
Because
for
it's
later.
free money.
Because exactly, and this
Yeah.
is going to tie into our
And if
main
people back
topic.
out at the end, you're already selling them, so you made that money back. That's what Elon did for funding.
Right. It's a
Smart. It's very
just this-
smart.
yeah, it's a
It's like a tech company, a startup move to do stuff like that.
Right,
Most of the time it doesn't work, but obviously Tesla, it worked, and
Yeah.
now Ford, you can incorporate it now, I think, into this, which is good for the automotive industry because it's free money.
And it's pretty good for that method if one of the big three is jumping on it.
Which I
Because
wanted
it's
to.
not just,
Yeah, no, now it's a tactic. Like,
Yeah.
because obviously I'm going to release a car in a couple of years, and if you want to PayPal me the $100
Exactly.
now,
exactly.
I'll pay it back.
Yeah, you'll be one of the first ones.
Young
Yeah.
men, come up with a name. We'll get the Revival car. We'll
Yeah, it's the
help
Energy Cruiser.
Yeah.
the piss missile.
Yeah, the piss missile.
Uh,
French designers, the missile.
Let's see. I have a quick call back. I always like to answer these questions because I'm nerdy and I like to talk about gear. So someone asked what gear I shoot with. Last week.
We covered it.
yeah, we
Camera.
started with camera. Yeah.
Camera.
He shoots everything with a camera, as far as we can tell.
Canon and Blackmagic Cinema
Motorsport.
4K cam, and that's it. So 5D Mark IV. I think that's what it. Yeah, 5D Mark IV and a Blackmagic BMP CC 4K.
And is that made by Blackmagic Metalworks?
No,
Okay.
no. He could probably help it though.
Dark Magic
This
Metalworks
thing's-
over
this
there.
thing's very.
Big show to Tonga.
This thing's needs some support, if you will.
Don't we
Have to
all?
build a cage?
Don't we all?
Have to
Especially in these
build-
dark times.
Build a
Yeah.
cage around it.
Okay.
So yeah, and then another shout out. Nick Pedro actually just said, "Hey, can you shout out Joe Booth because he's such a great guy and he helped him out with one of his projects."
Nope.
So
Booth baby.
I said, "Sure, if you pay me PayPal me $50, I'll shout him out." So here we go. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, yeah.
But no, also
Yeah, I got a price.
congrats to Joe Booth for winning a show. He
Winning
won
a show.
He won a show.
What did he
He's
win?
never Vag Fair.
Oh.
He,
Yeah,
my
he won't
understand-
return my calls now.
my
Let's go right to his
understanding-
head.
He's
He's not watching us live.
My understanding is he's never placed or took home a trophy anywhere.
He's still standing on the podium.
And he's in Maine just
Which is interesting.
holding
'cause
it up.
His
He's a
That's,
god.
yeah,
his little
exactly.
car there has so much effort behind it.
No, it's every nook and cranny has been touched,
Yeah.
manipulated, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
So congrats, shouts to him.
So
for-
he
for
won.
placing.
He won
First place. I'd assume Mark III.
Vacation Fest.
Vag Fair. Vacation Land.
Vacation
That's what
Fest.
it's called.
I think it's the Vacation Land, I think is what it is.
Vacation-
Vacation
I don't know.
Fest. Mask off fest over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the videos. I don't think that AR got anybody to put their mask on. Jesus. Makes you
Shouts.
wonder.
Shouts.
Speaking of events, Lock City this Friday.
Lock City this Friday, man. Starts at 3 o'clock.
I'm trying to go.
Your boy's going to be there. Come out. Come support the boys. Come support Shabby and Lynch. Even though Lynch obviously pulled the rug out from under Young
Yeah.
Ben at the last private event that Young Ben got into.
YB,
for
what are you
free.
doing Friday?
I have work and I have to go to the oral surgeon.
Jesus, who's your boss over there?
The
Mike
oral
Lynch?
surgeon?
Yeah.
What's
What's
he
going on
doing?
with that mouth
I
over
thought
there?
I thought he said
What?
oil surgeon.
So did I. What's that mouth do? What's wrong with it?
Wisdom teeth.
Oh.
You.
Are you doing that? Is that
Not-
happening Friday?
No. They're looking at them.
What time's the appointment?
I think
Did your mom make it for you? Or did you make it?
my
Oh,
mom
man.
made it.
God
All right,
bless.
fair.
God
Hey, you know
bless.
what? Fair
God
enough.
bless.
Because it
Bravo.
was supposed to be last Friday and I didn't realize that and I was at work.
Do your teeth hurt?
Yeah.
Ah, fuck.
If
Yeah.
you have to get him pulled, can we drop you off and pick you up? Because we got to film you when you're high as fuck.
Yeah. You should keep your teeth. I kept mine.
No, they're already pushing them forward. The other one's forward.
Yeah, when they take them out, you keep them.
Oh.
I kept mine.
Yeah. He didn't mean leave him in your mouth.
Yeah.
He means like under your pillow.
Yeah, they put them in this little package for you, and you can take it home.
Diesel
Just like kidney stones.
Diesel Dave mentioned that most people were wearing masks. Those were jokes. I get it.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Um,
A little bit of a good show. Joe Booth's winning. That's all that matters to me.
what else do I got here? Oh, Polo, down on all fours.
Unbelievable,
Yes.
Corey. It looks
Down
fucking
on all
magical.
fours. Fired up first try. I need to bleed the brakes, get in alignment, and then have at it. They
Then give
just-
it hell.
Make the ever growing list of the next things to approach, and kind of a priority list there.
Yeah, man. It's
8 months,
it's ready though.
2.5 weeks.
You're gonna-
I mean, you started it on the
I-
internet.
You're basically having a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
8 months,
You're
2.5
almost there.
weeks
We're almost through.
from putting it up on jack stands to taking it down. It's obnoxious.
One in the
Are
oven.
you excited?
Yeah, I am. I was very over it. And I had to just keep pushing one night just to get the nose on the ground, to get the front down, just to see something, just to give me something.
That
When you
little
had
bit
it
of
on
hope.
one jack stand,
Yeah.
I was like, wow, he's really reached a bitter end.
Yeah. I was
He
just,
just needs a wheel on the ground.
and I was like in a, just like, oh my God, this is actually happening. These wheels are going on the ground.
Looks so good. Looks so small.
I almost lost the car off the jack because I was like kind of like pivoting it a little bit and like
Pivot.
I got a little weird
A
with
little
it,
hard with it.
Yeah.
and I was like, I gotta fix.
So that Harbor Freight jack you were using a little bit inappropriately.
No, the jack, yeah.
The
Definitely
jack
is-
jack
stands
stand, I'm
have
sorry.
now gone under another car.
It's far more valuable than my car.
But it weighs a lot less.
I don't think so.
No,
Oh, really? Oh, wait.
The
Is it
Polo's
under-
only like
What's
$17.50.
it? Is it under the?
on the Porsche, all four of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are those the recall ones?
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
May want to put a couple tires under there.
So we're down on 04s. We got to bleed the brakes. Brake fluid should be here. Well, it's supposed to be here today. Should be here tomorrow. Let's hope. Bleed those guys and then get it over to get an alignment and start feeling her out.
There we go.
Learn to love again.
Yeah, that's what we got to do.
Learn to love because it's
Just zip those tires.
yeah, it's,
I just want to see him I just want to see you roll on throttle.
just boil them off.
No, I'm with them.
Yeah.
That's
So
gonna be a beautiful
I
day.
think everything's gonna work out. Everything seems to be kind of well, everything did come together, but now that we're down on the ground, some minor tweaks and measurements that I tried measuring the best I could before I put the coils on. However, I didn't have like stock suspension to reference
right.
like I would on any other car.
No, I told you 8 turns. I don't think
So
we're perfect.
I had nothing to go
Don't
off
measure.
of. No, I measure everything. So I was like measuring it and everything. I was like, from this center here, I was
Check which way
way
the wind's
off.
blowing. Give
Yeah.
that baby 8 turns. Throw it off the jack.
So that's where we're at.
Just put it down, push it, see what way it wants to go.
Yeah, it needs about 8 turns.
Yeah.
Right now, it's not sure which way it wants to roll.
Yeah, let's get some toes.
Yeah.
Big shout out to James Whitman who hit me up on the Instagrams. It was a Kia Stinger with straight pipes on it.
How does it sound? I can't say I've heard something like that.
Not bad at all.
Really? Okay.
Not bad at all. However, it must drone like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, I'm not worried about it droning because I'm not a bitch. However, if you had one as a daily and you
Right.
was a bitch,
Highway at like 60, 65.
oh my god, no, it would have to drone so goddamn bad. It-
Nah, Kia seals you in so tight, can't hurt
dude,
anything.
I hope so because it was like, it was aggressive sounding, but like it all, like it was on a dyno or something. So in all aspects of dyno, I was like,
Yeah.
wow, that's still loud.
Yeah.
That is really loud. So, but yeah, hey, if you go and do it.
I
Straight
wonder.
pipe that baby.
I like those cars, but I wonder if there's an actual community behind them because I don't see much about them.
I don't know. I know there's a community behind the like Hyundai cars. What are those Genesis line cars, right?
It sure is.
Okay.
Yeah, both kind of the stancy ones, and then people are making them fast and
Is there a fast community?
yeah,
Oh, I never seen
Yeah,
those. I've only
no.
run into the dumpster fire once.
exactly. Unfortunately, those take precedent.
Yeah.
But maybe
Shout out to the guys making them fast.
yeah.
Is
But
that Evo Motors?
well, it's the 2 liters. So it's a turbo. So people just
Yeah, just fucking
yeah.
Little
that thing
this,
all over the track.
little this.
But
little that.
yeah, I hope something
Bada
builds
bing,
behind
bada
the Kia.
boom. You gotta on the track.
I think we said at one point, like Kia needs to kind of come at him with a hot hatch somewhere,
Yeah.
some sort of hatch or some
Hot and
sort of
spicy hatch.
the muy caliente,
Do what they're good at.
Muy muy.
There is a community.
Is there?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, there's a Facebook group.
Oh,
Yeah, but is
Jesus.
it like?
It's almost 10,000 people.
Well,
It's private though.
oh well.
You got to own a Stinger to get in.
Yeah, Ben, start searching some hashtags. Kia Stinger.
Kia Stinger. Yeah.
Yeah, on
Or even-
Instagram. See what we got.
Yeah. Modded Kia Stingers on Instagram. Bring that to the table.
Speaking of modded, there's a group of people who live in my neighborhood who all drive Subarus,
I'm sorry.
and
About how many?
3 or 4.
They live in the
So
same
it's-
Yeah,
trailer?
all together.
Okay.
Yeah, all together.
So it's a murder of ruse.
It's a double wide.
Mm-hmm.
They live a few blocks over, but they drive by my house, and I can just hear it. The
Oh, helicopter?
Yeah. Just going and going, and I don't. It seems as if they give a little extra blip in front of the house, and
they know you're in there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not interested.
They probably give you a little taste.
But I've had a lot of cool
Okay.
cars parked in the driveway. I've had the Porsche on many instances, the E30 M3 parked in there. I've had all these cool cars, so maybe they drove by at some point. Oh, this guy's a car person.
This
Like,
guy's a cool guy. He wants to hear my Subaru all hours of the day.
It's like,
Yeah.
come
Make sure I hit the top of second gear right in front of his house.
That's only 15.
yeah. I was like, just
Rally gears, bro.
back it down.
But no, they can get replaced on a warranty no
Yeah.
matter how modified.
Go the long way around.
Maybe Subaru is the best play, long term. 25 for a car, endless motors.
Depends how long the warranty
It's like
is.
fucking Olive Garden's endless breadsticks.
3 years, just keep feeding them. Just keep feeding them. Manual.
keep 'em
Only
coming.
mod you need is a manual boost controller. When you're sick of the motor, turn it up, blow the motor,
I
grab
wonder how
another
many
one.
breadsticks I could eat. Realistically, how many breadsticks do you think you could eat?
Oh my god, I don't know. Those things are thick and buttery.
Breadsticks.
I'm gonna throw my number out there right now. I bet you I could do 35.
Jesus Christ.
I bet you could do
know,
35.
No, I think 35's. I think 35's.
I
So
was
I've
thinking
done
like 18.
13 Krispy Kreme donuts
13.
Yeah. Remember when I
in
passed
30
out
minutes.
Barnes and Noble and hit my face on the wall?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the day we got all those Alley's donuts, and I ate like a dozen of the Alley's donuts. Didn't go well for me.
So,
So
you
if
went
you're
into a
doing-
sugar coma?
You said 35.
I bet I could do 35.
That's a heavy number.
35 is a lot.
It's a big number, but
I bet 25.
I don't know. I'd push. I mean, what's 10?
10's nothing.
How many come in a basket? Anybody know?
6
say I've
probably.
done
If you're
I'll
at
go.
25 and you made a goal of 35, you're gonna back down over 10?
I think when you get through number 12,
Yeah.
you're like, yeah, that was okay. And then I think you hit 18, you're like, uh-oh. Is that?
Yeah.
You're like
Are
feeling if
you-
your heart's beating.
Yeah.
Right.
25, dude, I think you might have hit the wall. You ever seen like super marathon people?
You just
And then
gotta,
right before the finish line, I
Yeah.
think that's you at like 20.
Yeah, but there's that runner's
Yeah, well,
high that sets in. It takes over
Dude,
your
that
body.
runner's high is 15.
Yeah. I don't know. I
Or
think
you
you
could-
put a little
gonna get
extra
a third
butter.
in.
Or you could be that Russian guy who poops himself.
You could
in the
poop
Olympics
yourself.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
speed
pooping
walking.
yourself in an eating competition
No,
is
you
cheating.
can't. You can't evacuate.
So are you going to dip? Are you dipping?
Dipping in what?
I don't know.
Olive
Water?
oil,
Butter?
obviously.
Water? Like
Olive oil,
fucking-
butter, yeah, whatever.
Like everybody's American hero, that guy who eats all the hot dogs, whatever his name
Joey
is.
Chestnut.
Joey Chestnut.
I bet I could murder a dozen. Second dozen's going to be an issue to get through.
I don't know. I got high hopes.
In my mind, I picture 18. But I
18?
I have also, I can't tell you the last time I had a fucking Olive Garden breadstick.
I haven't been to
So I
Olive
have no-
Garden since Jesse forced me to go there when I was like 20.
I can't even think of a time. The only time I've seen a breadstick from Olive Garden is like on TV. So like
right.
Diesel
right.
Dave says 25.
25.
OG sticks.
OG stick. Well, what's an OG stick? Is he saying?
I mean, I think that's
is
the
there a
only
different
stick I
type?
know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm just saying if
Are you doing soup? Are you dipping it in minestrone?
Minestrone?
You catching beans on there?
No, come
Do
on.
you dip it in an Alfredo sauce like good Mike Lynch asked?
Nah, Alfredo sauce is heavy.
Dude,
Heavy.
Alfredo,
I
yeah, but it will
think-
lube her up.
So from what I remember, these things they're quite oily, if you will.
Yeah.
Mm.
So you might be able to take them down whole.
They're oily. I mean,
Make it
you're not
quicker.
talking. You're talking like fat boy breadsticks.
Yeah.
Yeah. This it's not. It's like it's probably a 2
Yeah, but I've seen you. I've seen you easily kill a large pizza by yourself,
Easily. Yeah.
All right.
and that's
Yeah.
pretty
It's,
much. And a large pizza's gotta be at least more than a dozen Olive
Yeah.
Garden sticks, but there's more fluff in the sticks.
A lot of air.
Well, I was gonna say there's more fluff, but there's
A lot of air.
Right,
A lot of air.
Right, a lot of air. A lot of dead space, if you will.
I don't know, man. I think above 2 dozen is a tough battle. Could you make it? Probably.
Yeah.
Would you? I mean, you probably have to get your stomach pumped.
All I'm saying, if I went in there with the mindset of 35,
35.
and I got 2 dozen, I mean the 10 or
This
11
sounds
is
like me at Turbo Mike's in a couple weeks.
not gonna stop me.
Just
But-
go.
Yeah.
Keep it going.
So-
keep them coming. Keep them coming.
Anyway,
Anyways, well, that was. We're
gonna
staying
have
right
to.
on.
We're gonna have to put that Olive Garden on a map, a stop when we have a.
There's a
particular-
garden right next. We can go after
particular
this.
event.
I'll go.
I don't know. Is that something you got to prep for?
I don't know how
Like
many.
you go no breakfast.
How many
no
breadsticks
lunch?
do you have to put your mask back on, though? You know what I mean?
oh, in between?
In
I don't
between.
No,
know.
he's gonna cut a hole in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Just
Because when you're sitting down, it doesn't spread, so you can take your mask off.
Yeah.
But
Then
what if
when
you're
you
going to
get
stand
up-
up to readjust? You're going to put your mask on. That's going to throw your game.
Whole thing.
puke right in the mask.
Yeah,
Sometimes you got to stand up to let things settle.
exactly. You
Yeah.
can't. You
Yeah.
got to put your mask
Walk
on, and
around.
then you're going to
Right,
cut your
right.
oxygen.
quick mid-round walk.
Got to burn it off.
Well, I'd like to thank the entire internet for sending me the VW R32 GTR render.
Yes.
I didn't hate it.
I didn't hate it. It's everybody. It scrambled my brain when I saw it at
It's
first.
Really?
Because it was the
doesn't-
same
yeah.
color as my R32 was.
Yeah.
but it's the
Right,
same
right,
front end
that.
as my current R32 Skyline is. It was, yeah, I don't know. I got it from so many people. I'm very excited. Thanks to everyone who sent it. My brain is currently scrambled.
The Fox Body F40 always gets me like that.
That one, I'd buy it.
What about the Fox Body F40?
As long as it's the Ford engine. I don't want
Yeah.
that Italian shit.
What
We
was
don't
it?
need it.
What was the Pontiac Sunfire?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
the Grand Am or whatever it is.
Yeah, the Grand
Grandma.
Am or Sunfire, and then the C4 Corvette F40 as well. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Make that
Also,
reality.
everyone on the internet, I'd like to thank them for today sending me the article about an 8,000-mile E30 M3 selling for $250,000.
Put that in my news.
Mine's up. Sorry, mine's up for
Sorry.
100.
Fair.
I'll take 100.
I just
My buddy just bought one for a reasonable amount of money, and he messaged me. He texted me about it, and I was like, "Dude, you must feel good about what you just paid for yours." Because
Yeah.
like, you can literally throw $100,000 at it and not lose money now.
right.
So party on, man. If you got one, go as hard as you want.
Seriously.
If you don't get one, it doesn't look like you get one anytime soon.
Yeah. Buy now or never.
I've had a
I don't even
couple
know if
buddies
you can
buy
buy
it
it, yeah.
recently. Yeah. I think you still get them, but you're 40, 50 grand.
It's right, and that's not going. That's
For like a
not gonna
normal
change.
one.
Right. It's not going to change at all.
Normal driver. Yeah, it's stupid.
35 without the S14.
It's stupid. Yeah, they're just stupid. They're not worth that kind of money. They're
I don't
cool.
think so either.
They're not that cool.
No.
The only other thing I have is
What you got?
the events this past weekend.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Little donut meet. Shout out to Kelvin's mom. She made homemade donuts, and he brought them,
Yes.
and they were amazing.
She brought it. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Calvin
brought it.
came here and was culturing us uncultured swine in the beauty of Cape Verdean donuts.
Yeah.
And I can't believe, first off, shout to Calvin. Thanks so much to Calvin's mom. I can't believe he had his mom make us donuts.
They were incredible.
And he says he's going to bring them again.
It was like
They were unbelievable.
it's almost like a caramel apple.
Yeah, I thought,
Little hard shell on the
Yeah,
outside.
yeah.
I figured Cape Verdean donuts were the same as our donuts because everybody has similar donuts. Was I ever wrong? They're like half size, but like the thickness on the shell. Oh my God.
And the-
You're right. Candy apple.
Density of the dough.
Mm-hmm.
It was just there. Not
Kind
much,
of an
not
old
much air in
fashioned.
that dough.
Kind of
No.
a cake.
Right.
More of a cake.
Yeah. Wonderful donuts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really. I
Really,
mean, that,
really brought up the je ne sais quoi of said donut meat.
yeah, but I was like, dude, I didn't know Cape Verdeans had donuts. And he's like, of course we have donuts. I was like, I mean, special donuts. I thought everybody had similar donuts. But no, they got killer donuts. I know Polish donuts are terrible.
Oh, well,
It's like
different?
rose hip jam, pounchki. Yeah, not great.
Just not-
Not
Rose
great.
hip
Yeah,
jam.
yeah. I'm not bringing those for anybody.
Yeah,
Nobody
just-
wants that.
First
You can
off,
buy them in Western Mass at Big Y.
I don't even
Big
know
show.
what rose hip jam is.
You, good for you.
Don't want to know.
Yeah.
The
But
only
yeah, they
other
were
thing I have,
killer donuts, dude.
Yeah.
it was super hot. Thank you everyone for coming
Yeah.
Oh, thank you to everybody.
and braving the heat.
Yeah. No, it was truly a pleasure to see everybody. Because again, I mean, short of our little bits and the drift event we went to a week or two ago, we haven't really seen anybody.
Yeah, it was nice to hang out with everybody and bullshit with everybody.
People
Feels
brought the cool
somewhat-
cars.
Yeah, feels somewhat normal.
Obviously, I was the guy not letting people inside.
Bouncer.
I was the
Yeah.
bouncer, and I
Bouncer
love
Chuck.
that responsibility. And I don't feel bad for leaving you outside.
Just bought a bunch of protein and a gym membership.
But I was just randomly picking them. You know what I mean? Had to randomly pick them.
You
I
had
had
to
some
keep the,
guys ask. I had to tell them no.
Keep the
It's hard to say.
occupancy. You know.
I thought we had some other people coming in with some other stuff, but I think it turned out really good. I think the shades in the back of the trees in the back of the lot, a lot of nice shade back
The
there.
shade sun differential, huge.
Shade was key. We'll throw another one soon, man. I think
Yeah.
we'll have fun. It didn't get out of control.
Yeah.
Everybody had a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have another soon. That was awesome.
I should
Thanks to
probably bring
everybody.
donuts next time. I didn't even bring them. I
Yeah,
forgot.
I was thinking about that too. I should bring some donuts next time. Thank you guys for
Poor
bringing donuts.
representation. Yeah, me not bringing donuts to our own.
Yeah, I didn't bring donuts.
It was a
Yeah,
BYOD. It'd be disrespectful for us to bring
just-
donuts.
Yeah.
We didn't bring ours.
Yeah, we just didn't
that's
bring them.
fine.
But thank you guys for coming out. We all had fun, and I know everybody loves, as we talked about the drift event last time, everybody loves just chatting and bullshit about cars.
Yeah.
I was talking to the other guy here with his Skyline with the 2J in it.
Yep.
Jeez, I forget his name off the top of my head. First off, what a great move to put a 2J in a Skyline because it's an instant stroker kit, and it's a fucking badass motor. And yeah, we're just bullshitting. He's like, yeah, the Skyline community on Facebook, like they all talk bullshit. I'm like, that's why I'm not part of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Those
Yeah.
online communities, man, they suck. We just talked about that.
Right. What? 603?
The worst, man. So yeah, that car was sick. A lot of great cars. Zach's car looking great.
Yep.
What else do we have? Yeah, we had a bunch of cool stuff inside, outside. Thanks everybody for coming. Yeah, those even Kinder's saying, man, those donuts are slamming. Those donuts really were sick.
Yeah, they were
Kinder
delicious.
knows his donuts
That's a man that knows his donuts.
and his Dells.
Oh my
And his
God.
Dells. Whew.
What else? Oh, I went to another event this weekend.
Oh, that's right.
I went just for you guys. So there was the local group, which we've talked about a couple times, that do the India Point races. They the Low Life Standards group, which is a great name, had a meet in Woonsocket on Saturday night at about 8.
You know, I'm kind of bummed they have low life tattooed on my ankle now at this point.
You put standard after it, and they'll let you in
Yeah,
still.
okay.
I was gonna say, just show it at the door.
Yeah.
So, anyways, let me paint a picture for you. Charlie Justice put his kids to bed.
It's
So
a colorful one.
everyone's telling me they get in there early, and it says on the thing, we only have 1,000 parking spots, so get there early. I'm like, I believe it. I've been to these before. So I put my kids to bed because I'm an adult, and I leave my house. It starts at 8. I leave my house about 9. My house is about 30 minutes away, not even. So there's like a highway kind of up to there called Route 99. As soon as I get off it in Woonsocket, 90% of the traffic on the road was modified cars. Seriously, this must be what Ocean City's like. I get off, I was like, what the?
Yeah.
So I go to Scumby's. There's a Skyline there, an R32 like Volkswagen, another modified Volkswagen, some Cavalier that was terrible, like but all modified cars. So I get my Red Bull because it was 9:30. I just put my kids to bed and it's time
As
to
you said,
party.
you're an
Guy
adult.
needs his wings.
Yep. And then obviously my dash lights are flashing like a slasher movie. So that'll come into play at the end. I'm driving there. There's so many cars coming away from this parking lot that I'm like, well, this obviously got shut down. I'll just drive by, see what happens. So I get to the intersection of Mendon Road and the other, whatever the big road is over there. It's right on the corner of the intersection. There's a Taco Bell in this parking lot. So it's the best possible place to have a car meet.
T-Bell's great.
All else fails.
There are like 200 cars taking the right. And I know there's 2 ways into this parking lot. I'm not going to get in how to get into it the other way because I need to save that for myself. But I don't go right. And from what I was told, there was a 20-minute wait to get into the lot that side. I pull in the other way, pull right in. I seriously get up on top of this hill. Like, all my thoughts of this meet got shut down.
Yeah.
Instantly gone when I'm sitting at the red light. And there's just like a couple hundred people looking at the red lights and people asking like idiots, which is what it's about. So I pull up, park next to another Skyline in the dark part of the parking lot. There's 1,000 cars there. Easily 1,000 cars.
My friend was there. He told me there was 2,400 cars.
Yeah, so they counted and they said they had over 3,000 throughout the night, and I believe it because there were hundreds of cars. My wife's boss lives up north of there in Mass, and he was like, "Is there some big JDM meet in Woonsocket?" He's like, "I tried to go to it, but the traffic to get in was so long, I didn't go."
Jesus.
It was
shit.
So there were easily 1,000 cars in the lot. The whole lot was full, and you're talking like this is a giant shopping plaza.
Yeah.
And I mean, I just like parked, got out of the car, ran away as fast as I could because that's what I do when I get there. So I don't have to talk to anybody. And I literally just like walked halfway down the lot. I'm like, I'm going to walk the rest of the day and walk back and leave because like I'm not a big afraid of getting sick guy. And people, you can't keep your space. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But it's probably not super great for me to be
Yeah.
around thousands of people
I was
right
gonna
now.
say, but in the scheme of things that they suggest not to do, that's probably up
And
there.
the police were across the street. I mean, we know that social gatherings in Rhode Island are limited to 150 people, 250 if it's catered. Don't know why. Apparently, caterers wrote the rules.
Donuts count.
Yeah, it was. Actually, there was a guy serving lemonade, so it's catered.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I walked down, walked back, ran into Jesse and the guy with the Skyline, whose name I can't remember. Bullshitted with them for a while, and then had to like wait for people to get away from my car so I could get in and drive away. Met a man with a 603 horsepower GSX. God bless. 40 pounds of boost on the E85. 41 pounds of boost.
It's
603
those numbers
horse.
that really count.
But yeah, guy was awesome. Bullshit with them and left. And as I was leaving, it was the same exact road situation where it was 90% modified cars coming towards the event, leaving the event.
Yeah.
Driving down 99 on the way back, I was just like, I'm sitting in the right lane, going the speed limit. I'm not going to get involved with this. Everybody's driving like a total asshole.
Yeah.
I know it's not responsible to do this for sure. It was super cool to see that many people that were that amped to be out and do car stuff.
Right.
I don't know how the guy who organizes it or the organizers of the event, I know they're good people.
Yep.
His reasoning was everybody else is doing car events, let's do it too. He just brings way more people, and I don't know why. They had a real like groundswell effort to make this happen, and it's Ben's been there with me, a couple of them. They just keep getting bigger, and I mean, there are people driving from hours away to go to this thing.
Right,
like, the place was
very interesting
packed.
to me.
It's crazy, yeah.
I'd
Very
say
interesting to
there
me.
were a lot of cars, but there were 10%, maybe 15% of crazy shit there. Yeah, it was. I don't know. I'm torn about it because, like, as I said, we have the little meets, whatever. We can keep it limited just by the size of our lot, and it's a lot easier. If we were in 1,000 parking spot place, I'd be like, maybe we should. Well, we don't really push ours.
Yeah, we
to
try,
not get them that full.
We limit it or limit when we put them out, limit who we kind of tell beforehand, just so it doesn't get out of hand.
But it was awesome. It was awesome to see. I don't know what the ethical responsibility is of it, because it really is bringing a lot of people together.
Yeah.
Now you're outside in the parking lot, nobody's getting in each other's business, but when you have 1,000 cars and 2 occupants at least each in most of them,
Yeah.
it's a lot of people, man. If you're standing in line for the lemonade guy or Taco Bell,
I'm just amazed how they don't get it broken up.
the police were there across the street. I know he's worked with the town multiple times. I can't imagine he didn't this time, because it would have gotten broken up right away.
Right.
But you wouldn't need to send the National Guard in to break this show
That's
up.
what I mean. Like, it's just going to...
That's what I told my wife. She's like, is it busy? I was like, there's so many people here. Like, I'm leaving. And you couldn't break it up.
Right.
So everybody was cool. Everybody was respectful. There were 50% of the people had masks. Maybe not on them, but visibly.
Yeah.
You know, they weren't wearing them like they should. But there's mostly young people there, you know.
Yep.
I was probably one of the grandpas of the event. But I saw a bunch of people I respect there, a bunch of people I like. So if you can get there and do it safe, yeah, man. But it was a big, big event. But as I said, it must be what H2O is like.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, that's just picture a whole city like that. Literally taken over.
Yeah.
So obviously I had my Red Bull. I go to the show for 20 minutes, and I'm driving back, and my dash lights are just flickering like crazy. So obviously I got home, and I just texted, yeah, I'm in the garage tinkering, and I just ripped the whole dash out of the car, replaced all the bulbs with back to non-LED, and I'm back because LED bulbs are bullshit, man.
Just wasn't having it.
Dude, it was flashing, as I said, like a strobe light. I'm driving down the highway. I'm like, I've got this car done so good now, and I'm fucking
this nuisance.
You probably see my face in the window getting because it's so bright.
It just looks.
So I was like, "Fuck this!" So
looks like you're listening to one of those old school Pioneer Dolphin radios.
Dude,
it
does. Yeah. So I was coming back, and I was just like, "Yeah, get rid of this." And I posted a picture of like my Speedo yesterday, a video of it, because I was trying to test if I was holding boost.
Yep.
And you can see it's kind of yellow and shit, but I just don't care. My Speedo also like stops every 10 miles an hour, which is funny.
It jumps and flashes. It flashes.
It's really, really
flashes
funny.
its read. Yeah.
So yeah, it was cool to see. I like that there's a lot of enthusiasm out there. I like that people are getting this done. Just like you got to be mindful of the situation.
Yeah.
Despite how you might feel about it, like it's definitely real.
The whole thing's not going away anytime soon.
So also, I talked to Kelvin about this, and I talked to the guy with the GSX about it. What the heck is it? E85 pump and Seekonks down.
Yep.
There's not one in Scituate like we thought.
Ben.
So I was the only guy driving on the highway tuned for 93. I was king of the road that night.
Only guy moving.
Nobody else could make over 20 PSI. Here I am. I was god of the streets that night, you know? Let's hope that Seekonk pump never gets back up. Everybody's going to have to live the street fuel life.
93 life.
Where else could you actually get? Short of, obviously, now we know.
Mass somewhere that's not.
I think Foxborough.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Foxborough has some, and I think up near Boston there's a bunch. I mean, you can get race gas at the pump on like Broad Street.
Yeah.
So maybe it's time to step it up. You know, pay $15 a gallon.
You can get race gas in Scituate.
Oh yeah, I can get race gas. There are
Didn't
two
you say
places
this about
within
the
2 miles.
85?
No, I know.
Yeah.
No, our buddy Sean has race gas, right?
Yeah,
His
he has,
shop.
112 and 110. I think.
And so does Bob. I don't know if they still have it. They were a VP dealer for a long time.
Oh yeah, they still are. I think.
Yeah, so there's literally 2 race gas dealers. We're probably the 2 closest businesses to my house.
Mike Lynch wrote Mass Pike.
Oh, Mass Pike.
Mass Pike has E85 apparently.
On like the Pike where you pull over? That's
Probably
cool.
at like one of the rest
Near,
stops.
Oh, Ian W. Rex in the room. What up, Ian? place in Boston. Is the Seekonk pump still down, Ian? I know he knows. But yeah, it's been down, so that's what Kelvin was saying. So everybody's flex fueling out.
Just order some 55-gallon drums off Jegs.
Yeah, just everybody always.
No, I don't know.
Everybody always
I
told
just
me
picture there's everything in the Jegs magazine.
you
There
can
is.
order drums. Everyone's always told me, dude, who cares? Just order 55-gallon drum to your house. Like, I don't think I want 55 gallons of fuel in my garage.
Yeah,
sitting.
I don't know. I can't be bothered.
Yeah, pump my own fuel. Teach my kids to pump it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then my only other callback, unless you guys got other callbacks.
No, I'm out.
No callbacks. No additional callbacks, should I say.
My other callback is I told everybody a while ago we when the Rona started, we bought my wife a car.
Yes.
We went and bought a 330 GT, which is awesome. I got no payments to July, which is awesome.
Yep.
Go to pay that July payment, 90 days of interest on it. So keep your eye on that, boys.
Oh,
Those
boy.
Chuck's $150 mistake.
Oh.
So no payment, not due, but they're going to charge you interest on
gonna
every
charge you
day,
still,
which I
right.
should have figured, and I just didn't.
I didn't even think of it either.
I've
yeah.
always bought it, and I figured 30 if I was going to wait for the so.
Right.
But remember, if you get no payment, no interest, that's the play.
Yeah.
But if I had known that, I probably would have just paid those 3 months.
Yeah.
Never been closer to paying it off now.
Volkswagen's doing 6 years no interest.
What's that?
Volkswagen's doing 6 years no interest on their new car.
6
They
years,
are.
0% APR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't have paid.
They used to do that, and then now it's back, apparently.
Yeah, it's
That's
back
good.
as a special, like,
Yeah.
sign of the times type thing.
I think I got that. I can't even remember. I think with one of the Passats. I think it was my TDI. I can't remember. But it's a good deal, that deal. I do kind of have a callback that I can think. Well,
Yeah.
just because I couldn't think of where else to shoehorn this in, I figured I'd talk about it. On vacation,
Yep.
I get to drive up Mount Washington.
Oh, did you really?
Has anybody here ever driven up Mount Washington?
I haven't.
When I was a kid, yeah.
Dude,
I wanted to do it.
it's fucking awesome.
Is it really?
Highly suggest it.
They got E85 on top.
They do. Yes,
good,
yeah.
good.
I don't know what they have up top because it was cloudy and I couldn't see 2 feet in front of me. But you do complete the drive and you get this car, climb
They
the
hit you
Mount
with
Washington sticker.
Nice.
Is
and
this going on the E36?
Ooh, maybe. Well,
You can't lie like that.
see, that's the
This
thing.
is an enormous bumper sticker.
Sparked an idea for us that we're going to do.
Oh,
A bit of a rally, if you will. But they also gave me this a Master of the Mountain certificate for climbing Mount Washington.
I thought you were the master of debate.
Yeah.
love the
A masturbator.
love baiting.
Yeah.
But no, it's my son Travis and I went Thursday afternoon,
You boys mastered the mountain?
killed the mountain.
How long did it take you to get up?
About 35, 40 minutes.
How hammered were your brakes on the way down?
Horrific.
Smoke time?
Not smoke,
Low range?
but I could tell they were definitely hot because they were squeaking, and said squeak went away once I let them cool down.
How slow do people go down?
Faster than they go up.
Okay. So you could like second gear coast down in a manual?
You can second gear. Yes. Yeah. You'd have to be very cautious. You
That's a
definitely
very
have
sure
to,
yes.
You have to slow down to probably first gear, if not a crawl, perhaps driving a Bronco.
Yeah.
If there's anybody else around, because the problem isn't the mountain, as is everything. The problem is the other people.
Right.
Because you have people in, fucking Suzuki Cappuccinos that are taking up more space than they absolutely think they need to, because the outside, at parts going up and down, as the driver, actually, you get pretty damn close to the edge at times going up and down.
Is it a one-lane start?
No, it's 2-lane pretty much the entire way, but it gets super.
Yeah, one up, one down.
Yeah. Oh,
so
yeah,
if you're
yeah.
the next guy to go up, if you stall and hold traffic up for 15 minutes, can you hammer all the way?
So funny story about that is,
It's a great way to die as
on
well.
my way up, I wasn't really paying attention to them because I was just like, fucking white knuckling it. Because
Yeah.
at first I'm just like, this is sketchy. I don't like heights at all.
Yeah, that's not a great road.
Not the
And,
best.
I figured that out around 5,000 feet up in the air.
If your rally's going up there, I'm probably taking my F10
So that's what I
just
was
to be
thinking.
a douche.
So there's so the drive up is probably 35, 40 minutes. They suggest you're in first or second gear. 20 miles an hour is the limit, if you will. And you probably don't want to crack that just because I don't know that road. And there's a lot of like blind turns.
You have a
and
navigator.
There's right. We're gonna take some pace notes before
Yeah.
we,
Yeah, exactly.
before we really hit this thing. But at one point, let's call it about 5,000 feet up. It actually does switch to a dirt road, which is pretty interesting.
Oh man.
So there's a handful of interesting things. So on the way up, I was noticing these 55-gallon drums, plastic ones, cut in half with a hose going in them. So I'm like, what the fuck is that? There was a sign, but I was focused on getting up safely. So on the way down, there was one next to me. I'm like, oh shit, it says for radiator use only. So
Oh wow.
my understanding, like,
Fill you up?
obviously they've probably seen everything with cars going up this thing, because that's part of the scary thing is they don't give you your car any check or anything like
Can you
that.
still take the choo-choo train up?
I believe you can.
Yeah, that's my
I think
play.
it's a different there's also
Different
a tour.
parking lot?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
also a tour that you can take up in a Econoline van.
I'd rather.
I'd prefer
A
to have
Econoline van?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
with like some
Yeah.
intern like young Ben driving.
yes.
Some flaming off the
Somebody-
mountain shit.
Somebody who gets a little bit a little too cocky
a
with
little
the
bit
road.
of Grampy's
like,
cough syrup.
I've been here before. Yeah, I can do this.
Yeah, that's the last. You want a first timer every time.
Exactly. So
Someone's scared of that shit.
the climb up wasn't too bad. I mean, it really wasn't too bad. It was just like, holy shit, we're up high, and then you're going up above clouds, and you're like, wow, we're really high.
Yep.
And then once you get to the top, things actually start to mellow out, and there isn't really a fall in some
You
places.
can really put the hammer down.
You can really just have at it and make up some time that
Really
you lost.
Pikes Peak it.
Yeah.
Some time you lost in the mid section there. But
All right, kids, this is where we make up for lost time.
I highly suggest it. It's a super cool drive if you're in that part of New Hampshire.
So what's your plan?
I would like to do a rally of some sort, a bit of a rally with us. I don't know because it's kind of a
Nope, I'm in.
the
When's
road
the
is
date?
the road is fairly shitty in some spots up there, mainly becoming down because obviously
How big's a parking lot at the bottom?
big.
Oh yeah, we'll have meet
Oh
down
yeah,
there.
it's big. Yeah, we could totally meet there. And then I think it's like $35 a car with a single driver to go up.
What if
then-
you have two drivers?
You swap off mid hill.
Co-driver.
Yeah, my co-driver hiked up this morning. About sunrise.
I believe if they're an adult, it's about 10 or $12 extra.
Okay.
So my son and I think it was $42.
Wait, it's 10 extra to have another driver?
The person in the car.
Oh, you don't
Yeah. So they
pay for it.
charge. So they charge.
What
car.
a racket.
I just
Yeah,
throw blankets over
Yeah.
everybody.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's an expensive mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think
Yeah,
that,
the
you think the
upkeep.
mountain just stays there by
Yeah,
itself?
Yeah, it's a lot
Yeah,
of work.
yeah.
I get past the 16-year-old, right?
You got this.
A lot of
Yeah.
work moving all that dirt. So what else was there? There was weather sensing materials or technology at every few thousand feet.
Yeah, I got two of those.
The markers were it's
It's all
cold.
right.
Yeah, it's not raining. What else were there? There were markers every 1,000 feet. So as you got to 2,000, just told you what mile you're on. I believe the actual road is about 7.5 miles up.
Wow.
So it's a lengthy bit of a drive.
So be the Revival Motoring climb to the clouds,
Rally to the clouds.
climb to the junkyard.
Yeah, let's. We're gonna limit it to about 12 people. Let's hope everybody makes it.
First
Well,
one to the hospital wins.
We could leave from here and have some spots along the way where we meet
So
people.
that's truly what I was thinking. Is I think from here to said mountain would probably be about 4 hours.
Okay.
But we could stop. We could maybe involve the Kank somehow.
Don't
'cause
you take the
Kank's
tank
pretty
to get
fun.
there?
You don't.
Is it in?
No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
you don't have to, because essentially, I mean, there's obviously plenty of different ways to go, but the route that it would take me on, or had I gone from where we were staying, Kank was on the left. You could take that road, or I
Were you
had to
staying in
continue
Loon?
straight. I was in North Conway.
Oh, you're in North Conway.
In Conway, I believe it was
One of
North
the
Conway.
Conways.
Conway,
South
yeah,
Conway?
not Conway Twitty, but Conway. So yeah, it was weird because at first I'm like, fuck, Mount Washington. It shows me it's an hour and 20 minutes away on GPS. Well, I didn't know 40 of those minutes were
Was to the
climb.
top. Oh, nice.
That's what it was giving me GPS directions to, was the top.
So it's 4 hours to the hill.
Yeah. Oh no, 4 hours to the top. We could probably get up there.
Oh, we get 4 hours to the top?
Yeah, because
Wow.
realistically, 3.5, I'd say, to get to the base.
Yeah, you did 40 in the Explorer, so it could be 20 minutes to get to the top.
I'm thinking of solid
We'll
18
trim some
minutes.
time out.
18:30. Well, we got to pack another set of tires for that dirt road.
Oh,
though.
yeah. No,
We
I'm going to have
switched
a
to
pick crew changing gravel.
Tarmac to gravel
Yeah,
switch.
just run snows.
So yeah, on the way down, there are ample and I mean ample signs telling you to pull over and cool your brakes off. My
Really?
guess is because of all the extremely large SUVs and trucks going up and down.
Yeah,
this
well, if
thing.
you get brake fade on a coming down a mountain, that's murder.
right, and a fucking Cummins diesel.
And people
Yeah.
don't know how to use the gearing to slow their cars down.
Exactly.
Is there
And
any runoff?
Yeah,
No,
right into the fucking
not,
gully.
yeah, no. You got to get lucky, if you will. If
Yeah.
something were to fail, you'd have to be failing in a lucky spot.
Yeah, you just fail on the inside and crash into the mountain.
You do actually, yeah, because on
There's
the
plenty of wall to hit.
on the inside, obviously the road's built up in a lot of places, so there is like a 2 or 3 foot ditch that if you're gonna park your car, the better side to park
It's
it.
a better side.
Yeah. I can imagine
2 feet as opposed to a couple
Uh,
hundred.
when something does go wrong up there, whether it be mechanical or the road gets away from somebody, it's probably a bad day for everybody.
So the day before, we're gonna have, as medium performers have said, we'll have like a AAA sign up day.
Just make sure we're covered.
Yeah, every truck in New Hampshire's coming down this way.
But yeah, that is the sketchiest part because I would anybody and everybody can go up this thing. So there were countless motorcycles, which obviously those are fine. I mean, I wouldn't ride
You
a
think you
fucking
take the
motorcycle
150 up
that.
it?
Oh yeah, sure. Hey, whatever you put a plate on, go up that.
That's my problem. I just put a car plate on. Put a Rhode Island car plate in the back of 150.
Why is that thing double the size?
No,
But
you
yeah.
can register it there. You can
Oh,
register
yeah.
the bike.
New Hampshire, God bless them.
There you
Yeah.
go. So yes, you could bike right up that thing.
Well,
you
I
could
think-
MotoGP up that thing.
We know a bunch of 603 hot boys.
Yep,
Those guys would definitely be
it'd
down.
be fun to do.
Yeah, everybody chime in, man. If you're on the way between Rhode Island and Mount Washington and you want to, a spot that we could like pull off and meet with people.
Yeah.
We could have a real good old time.
Because realistically, once you get through Boston, it's pretty good.
Hammer down.
Yeah, you can just nice roads, jolly old time, if you will.
That sounds like a nice little Saturday.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. A full day event, if you
Yeah,
will.
wake up late, leave at like 3 a.m.
Make some.
Get to the mountain for a couple hours before open.
Yeah.
Make some.
Get your co-drivers up top halfway.
Right. Yeah. The timed run won't be till the second one.
Exactly.
We could make
That'd
some
be fun. We
stickers,
could have a little meet up there.
make some big old stickers. Get some magnets for
Polo
everybody's
shakedown
cars.
run. Thank you, John
There
Orr. That's
we
a
go.
great way to do
Hard
it.
pass. Yeah.
Great way to test it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that thing would blow right off.
Let's
the
take it
mountain.
up right before my track day.
Yeah.
I'll take the coupe up. Get those brakes worn in.
That's another thing.
Set
The
'em in.
weather definitely.
I was gonna
changes.
say, what's
Yeah.
what's with the weather like up top?
Up top? It was probably I think outside or normal was high 80s.
We should print those stickers that say this car almost climbed Mount Washington, and we could give them out to everybody that doesn't go all the way up.
This car tried to climb Mount
This
Washington.
car was about to climb
So,
Mount Washington.
I mean, there are spots where you can park and pull off and say you were like, "Fuck this!" Like, yeah,
Yeah.
you can turn around.
I'll 100% make those stickers. I don't think I don't think I trust myself to go all the way up.
Oh, it's really, yeah, it's fun.
So with the weather when you get to the very top.
That day was super cloudy,
You ever been
Yeah.
to the top of Mount Olympus?
so
It's magical up there.
it was legit. When we were leaving, headlights and fog lights were on. Couldn't see
Really?
2 feet in front of me.
Wow.
Yeah, like that's probably the worst part. I think if you catch that
The amount of
dense
broken
fog
cars.
in the wrong spot,
Yeah.
that would
That
All right.
really slows things
Can,
down.
Gets
can
a
we
bit-
group rate them?
I highly doubt it.
Can we go next month?
Yeah, probably.
All right, plan this thing out.
We should be able to. I think so.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, we can make something happen.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be the amount of broken cars would be great, and we could call it "Climb to the Junkyard in the Sky."
It's as close to heaven. That's
It would be so much fun. Please let us know if you're in, because if we actually get a bunch of people, I mean, we're gonna do it anyway. I think just the three of us. So if you're into it, we'll meet here. We can meet south of Boston, north of Boston, and
we can essentially, make it a rally and have like multiple spots to stop. Here's where we'll be at this time. Here's where we'll be at this time, and here's what
Scumball.
we're doing. And then, like I said, bring your helmets.
yeah, definitely wearing a helmet. Do you know how concerned they get if a bunch of guys with helmets pulled up?
Just a bunch of
No,
guys
we're
with,
just trying to-
with helmets and a bunch of stickers
I'll bring
on
the
the side of
K
their
truck.
cars.
Oh my god, it would definitely break.
There are that's actually going to be something interesting in said manual transmission. If somebody has to stop in some a few of these spots, your incline is like you're just doing a burnout to start.
Yeah,
Really?
Like, oh yeah, you're fucking. It's
So if the
quite
K truck
steep.
had to stop, it would never be able to go again.
It may not make it. Yeah.
you might leave it on the side of the mountain,
Yeah.
like a dead climber on Everest.
You just have to roll down
Just a
backwards.
carcass, frozen carcass.
Yeah.
What is that? Oh, that was from.
Yeah, it's probably cheaper to do in January. Let's do it in January.
I think they limit the hours because I know now it's open till 6.
Yeah,
So
take
yeah,
that 6 o'clock
last
train.
car up is by 6.
No, I
and
want to
then
be with the
everybody has to
fail
be down.
boys all taking the train. I want to be in a freaking
Yeah.
train in Mount Washington with
Just
a
watching.
crowd of fucking crazy
Oh
crazy
my
people
God.
that listen to the podcast.
I imagine the
just
train,
rowdy train.
I don't know for sure, but I picture the train being scarier than the drive.
No, I took the train up when I was a kid, and we drove up. Been up there a couple times. Pretty much a mountain man.
Pretty much, bro.
pretty much earned that Patagonia coat.
Yeah, I get that Gucci, that pat of Gooch. But I would love to be in a train with a bunch of rowdy dudes that did not make it. That were just like, there's no fucking way this car's making it up there.
Fucking outlaw
We'll
train.
take the choo-choo.
Yeah, I'll be Wyatt Earp. Yeah, no, it was
And then we can
super
cheat
fun
them because
drive.
we'll ride down in your car and not pay.
Yeah,
Young
drive was
Ben's driving
awesome.
up, obviously.
Oh my god.
Oh no, there's no way the audio.
Yeah, you're definitely doing it. Young Ben's climbing the clouds. We'll get you a parachute,
The little squirrel
a
suit.
little hang glider off the roof of
you
the
know,
Audi.
I don't know. I wonder what they'd say if a bit of a hoopty pulled up.
I think they let it play.
I assume they do.
Donk to the clouds. Oh, my.
You just gotta remember, I'm live free or die.
If you mess up, you're dead. Yeah, so that's my story about Mount Washington, and I think that's a plan for us for the near future.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, got to definitely got to shake down the cars before we make that drive.
Yeah, let's run some dates by the bosses.
Yep.
And then see if we can at least get one that works for all 3 of us.
Yeah,
And then if you can
try to
make it, you can
sort-
make it. I know
sort
Jingles was talking about doing a rally. It would be
Yep.
what better than to have a serious car challenge at the end of a 3.5-hour ride.
really push this feats of engineering to the
Yeah.
to the limit.
I'm gonna get a diff cooler for the Skyline.
It's so-
Don't want to boil the fluid.
Oh my god, that thing going up and down would just be.
I'm afraid of the
magical.
dirt section. How
So,
bad is it?
It's all compact dirt, and it's not really super
Yeah,
bumpy.
whatever,
Matter
I'll
of fact,
fucking do
the the tarmac is worse in some spots because of everybody, or again, big vehicles. If it's too hot, pulling the pavement down and just kind of creating those fucking the whoop sections in the pavement.
Oh, we could make such good T-shirts. We could make it for the Train Boys. Train Boys exclusive. My shit box didn't make it up Mount Washington. I rode the choo-choo.
Yeah, I think. It wouldn't be too bad.
Mount
there
Washington
was-
climb.
Oh, there was the only real modified. Mount Washington destroyed my car. I did see a modified car, which was a Mark 6 Golf, or
course.
GTI, if you will. Yeah, had burble tune, I'm sure, and
What kind of
rumbled
tow
on
truck
by.
was it on the back of?
Yeah, he was snap crackling, popping his way up the hill.
I need the aggressive purple tune, please. Maximum
Oh,
pops
that,
and
that
burbles.
thing coming. Thank God I left before he did, because that thing coming down.
Oh,
Oh,
what a bunch
Jesus.
of fucking idiots. How big's the parking lot up top?
There's multiples.
I like this.
Yeah, there's multiples. I want to say 2 or 3 of them.
I wonder if
It
we can call
definitely-
and be like, hey, we're thinking about doing I wouldn't say race, but a rally at speed
We're
to
just
the
go-
top.
That's the thing. We gotta.
Yeah, that's
gotta
a
be
good way
very
to get
select,
banned.
Gotta be very select with our words.
Yeah.
Hey, me and a few buddies are coming up in our cars. Can we drive up?
Yeah.
Is there a rate?
Can I get a rate on that?
Do you not?
We
want
got
us here?
spoilers on the front.
What's the ambient temperature on that second
Yeah,
section
I'm
right
just
now?
looking to get my ITs right.
just trying to set this up. Do you have any E85 up top?
Do you say I can't have shoots? Use your drag chute to parachute off the side of the mountain?
So yeah, see the problem is
Verge.
once you start falling, you're not stopping.
No, I mean, you'll die if you go off the side of Mount
It's
Washington.
not a direct. What do you call it? It's not like, hey, here's said cliff with 5,000 feet face, if you will.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's just momentum and gravity building up.
Yeah, it's not like a peaceful
Yeah.
plummet 1,000 feet. It's
Cannot-
just the whole way down.
Cannot imagine it being pleasant. Matter of fact, while we move on to news, I'm going to quickly look up Mount Washington car.
Requirements?
Oh no, I'm just curious to see how many people go off.
I definitely went up there in when I was a kid. It was a blue with wood side Caprice Classic. What was the long boy with the wood sides with the rear facing seats in the back? That's what I was sitting in.
Grand Wagoneer? No, that's not.
I don't even know. Old American car, seats
Yeah.
facing the back, blue with wood sides. That's what we took at Mount Washington.
Cutlass?
No, I wish.
Just for kicks. 1 killed, 2 injured, Mount Washington crash. Driver rescued after crash down Mount Washington. 1 dead after Mount Washington
Is that
crash.
yesterday? Oh, yesterday.
This is last year, the year before, a year before that. It happens, apparently.
Yeah, it's not going to be an official Revival Motoring event. More like a meet you guys at the parking lot.
Here's what we're doing. Wow. Okay,
Roadmaster. It was a Roadmaster. Thank you, Diesel Dave.
But yeah, that I had fun. It was good.
A rally car crashed off the side of Mount Washington too.
So actually,
There's a video of that, right? Is it Evo?
No.
Oh, Subaru,
Subaru.
obviously. He probably
So
dropped his vape pen.
So thank you for bringing that up, young Ben, because I also wanted to bring up just the point of emphasis of how absolutely mad Travis Pastrana.
Oh, actual rally, climb the cloud stuff?
Rally driver. Like, it just makes, Pikes Peak, all of them just like.
Pikes Peak's paved.
Jesus.
Not anymore, baby. It's only that counts.
Mount
only
Washington?
Mount Washington.
Matter of fact, there is a video of Pastrana doing Mount Washington. It's just like, there's a part.
Oh, Pastrana's.
There's a piece of the brain missing.
I
that
said
just doesn't turn
that's why
on.
they had the Pastrana versus the Ken Block thing. I said Pastrana's like Block with a ton of talent. Pastrana's a fucking maniac who's really good at stuff.
Yeah, he's
Shout out to his
just
YouTube channel. Shout out to Travie.
absolutely crazy.
That's what I call
Shout Travie. He's my boy.
him. My boy.
But yeah, it just puts it into perspective.
Yeah, for
'cause,
sure.
Driving at 20 miles an hour, I'm like, all right, I'm comfortable. All right, that's a little close. I cannot imagine trying to drive that at speed.
Yeah. 100.
Cue the boys.
Yeah, let's do it.
If you'd like to leave a callback,
Oh,
Nope.
news.
The news.
Gone 1 week, and I forget what buttons.
Going but not forgotten.
John switch them around on you,
Yeah, I saw John messing with him.
Who's got news?
I
I got tons of news.
don't have much news. My only news was going to be that E30 M3 selling for $250.
Yeah, that's crazy. Can we talk about that?
Yeah.
E30 M3 with 8,000 miles on it, red one, sold on Bring a Trailer today for $250,000.
It's a lot of money.
St. Peters, Missouri.
Missouri.
That's where it was.
Yeah.
It's just,
location. Yep.
it's got 8,000 miles on it, which I understand is low.
Mhm.
It was all original, right? It's just a collector buying it, a collector stupid prices, but it's just, there's no one who will ever drive that car, which this car's never going to get driven, let's be honest, would ever pay that kind of money for that car.
No.
$250K?
I was talking to McGrath and Isgro, and Isgro put it perfectly.
Big
He said,
shots.
"Oh, it's just rich people hiding their money."
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
literally it. Like, it just, because there's
But
nobody.
thanks to that, rich people, he just added a bunch of money onto my car. I'd imagine all the
Right,
values of
right.
everything's going to go a little bit crazier. Not that you can't get much more crazy than it is.
I'd assume so, because if this is not the pinnacle of one, right? Because I'm sure there's.
There's a bubble car there are a couple bubble cars that I know of from the forums back in the day, literally in bubbles that
Yeah.
have maybe double-digit numbers on them.
Yeah.
I know there's a black Evo that had 8 miles on it. So that guy's, it was an Evo 2. That guy's just going to get all the money in the world. If he's a collector, though. I mean, there are a bunch of low-mile ones that still exist.
Yeah.
8,000 is really low, but there's a lot under 50.
8,000 at least shows that it was driven a little bit.
Nah.
Yeah, so it
Sometimes.
says, I think if you read it was driven for a few years after the original owner passed away, and then
Rest of power.
that's where it ended up in Missouri,
Missouri.
and then now it's up for sale, or it was up for sale.
I mean, it still starts, which is nice.
I
yeah.
always said my
There's-
number's
there's a-
100,
It's a Carfax.
but it just went up to 150. Thank you,
Yeah.
Verge. Yeah, I always said my number's 100, man. I mean, if someone's going to give me 100 for that, I mean, that's crazy. I mean, mine is 130,000 miles on it. Is modified to hell. I'll take a Hondo.
Yeah. 105.
Yeah.
No, but it's nuts, man. I just don't. I didn't get it when Porsches were that high because they didn't make a lot of them. I don't get it when this is this high. I just
Yeah.
don't get it when stuff gets this crazy. I get it with like a Miura or an F40 or an F50, like legitimate multiple $100,000 cars new, or in the case of a Miura,
Yeah.
what would amount to that kind of money new?
I mean, just for reference, you know how Bring a Trailer has the little graph down the bottom?
Oh my God, I
with
see
some
the
data
dot.
points. This dot is literally
It's off the chart.
it's
it's crazy.
If all the other dots are Earth, this is the fucking moon where this dot is.
It comes to the
It's
point-
just
What's the next most expensive one below that?
sold for 102,000 in 2018 at 35,000 miles.
I mean, I don't know what I buy for $100,000 that I'd like as much because I just like tinkering on that old thing. But I mean, it's $100,000. It'd be crazy not to do it.
I'd say average 45-50, with some
Yeah,
exceptions.
that seems right.
Yeah.
Another one for 85, which might actually be the same car.
I mean, the ones I know between 30 and 40 is what they're going for.
There's a couple high ones that have
But those
sold
weren't bring a
for-
trailer. Those are normal person.
Yeah. Where's that bell? That death bell?
You think that's a death bell?
Yeah.
There you
I
go.
just-
That's
that-
a celebratory
that's-
bell.
I don't know. As
Oh.
crazy as the prices are, I don't think they always people think they translate over to all of their cars, but I don't think they always do.
No,
Right.
it doesn't. I
Yeah.
think it will make some of the lower money cars, if the hype continues on this, because there's a lot of hype on this one selling.
Yeah.
I think it makes some of the lower money cars like mine worth a little bit more,
Yeah.
but there's no way it's all of a sudden your $40,000 M3's worth $100K.
Yeah.
Right, because
At least for a little bit, it does. It elevates it for a little bit, but then kind of as this 8,000 mile car like dies into, just goes away and goes back into a garage somewhere, and people kind of slowly forget about it.
The thing that does happen sometimes, and it can happen with these, because I know there are a bunch of ones in that mile area.
Yeah.
If it landslides it, and anybody, if I had an 8,000 mile one now, you bet your ass it'd be
Yeah,
for
it'd be
sale.
up there.
So if the guys that have been hiding them away, 20,000 and under, I mean, it might come,
might be time for them to show up.
dude, for $250,000. Yes, absolutely. Like if I had one that was 10,000, 20,000 miles, it would go on Bring a Trailer tomorrow.
Yeah.
An original
away.
one, there are a bunch of them out there.
The other thing is like it kind of at that money, at that mark 250, it kind of brings the whole level of these cars up, the scrutiny up to a whole different to Porsche levels of scrutiny.
I'm assuming that car was insanely clean.
I'd assume so. I mean, from the pictures
I
looked
didn't
real
even
quick,
I didn't
but-
look at the exterior. I didn't look at the interior. I just went right for the
I guess I'm just
body
hoping
shots.
it was. How was the underbody? Like new?
Yeah, like if you were to had to recreate a brochure,
Yeah, that's
like
the one.
it's just this, you would just photograph this car.
But, yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. As I said, everybody reached out.
Yeah, seen it.
Even
couple
like
times, but
not just listeners, friends of mine. I get texts. It's wild. It's wild. I don't think it's good, to be honest. So.
No, I definitely don't think it's good.
I don't think it's good for cars as a whole. Like when these things, whether it be the E30 M3, Integras, Mark IV Supers, all that sort of shit, when they start skyrocketing, like it's just not good.
No, and I get butthurt about it every time it happens. So I mean,
M
you remember when the
Coupes,
M
we've
Coupe sold and I was
right.
butthurt about
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Butthurt again. You guys weren't. I wasn't on the podcast when these things first started selling for a lot of money.
Right.
Lots of butthurt.
Right.
Here I am again.
Yeah.
Oh,
butthurt.
Butt hurts back.
on the same kind of idea, P car market, which is a totally different, because now we need multiple branded auction websites.
Okay, P car market.
P car market, 2004 R32 Volkswagen with 5,000 miles on it sold for $60,000, and it's like
Holy shit.
Wow. What?
$60,000.
Yeah, but P car market, is full of fucking idiots.
So like, it's interesting to see P car. I follow him on Instagram because I like seeing the cars.
Big shout to P cars.
And it's all Porsches, and then once in a while you get something sprinkled in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw like this R32 pop up, sold for $60,000, $60,900, 5,000 miles on
If
it.
that was an R32 GTR, I'd get it.
No,
Pump
I
up my-
no, I still
pump up my
wouldn't
cars.
even at that point. But
No, not at all.
it's I don't
But
know.
Dart Arley just says it. One less car that gets driven. It's true.
Yeah.
But that
I guess
mean,
the same as a car, one more car crashed.
You can take solace in the fact that it wasn't getting driven before either.
Yeah.
So
And now how many aren't going to get driven because of this? This, it's just like
mine will be
sudden-
driven.
Yeah, just
Suddenly,
it
yeah.
stalls everything for a little
Big,
bit.
Yeah.
big up to the seller, man. I'm telling you, $250,000 all fucking day. I mean,
Well, it was the whole
I'd sell
Zuckerman.
anything I got for $250,000.
It
You
was
looking
the
for a
whole-
family?
Yeah.
Nah, maybe not them. But I mean, $250,000, dude.
No, but the whole Zuckerman thing that he talked about when he sold that his E30
Yeah.
M3 to, I forget what the fucking rapper's name
Some
name
rapper.
was, and the guy was like, "Yeah, I mean," he said, "Is it for sale?" So the guy who was driving Zuckerman's car was like, "Let me call him and ask." So Zuckerman threw out some just obnoxious 6-digit number. All right, cool. We'll bring the cash by later.
And that was that.
That was that.
Sure.
How crazy
Yeah, I
was
guess
his...
it's just like when you gotta when you got a chance to guess make it, you
Take
make it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
How crazy was his number?
Not 250, but more than 100.
Oh, wow. Okay, so he got his anyway.
Yeah, he did all right for himself, and then he immediately replaced it with another cool car, so another E30 M3. So he didn't really miss anything.
See, that's the I don't know, silver lining, if you will. I look at it as, oh, well, maybe if this is an enthusiast, but then again,
No, it's not.
mileage.
No, there's
Yeah.
no an enthusiast isn't paying
That's-
250 grand. If you're an
Or
enthusiast,
I'm just saying,
think-
if you're the seller, then suddenly,
yeah.
oh shit,
Also
I have,
not
I have this
enthusiast.
to fucking right. In this
unless
case.
you inherited it, and it was like you said, the guy that actually owned it passed away, so maybe it's his
Yeah.
grandkid who had fun with it, but it was like, I think these things are worth almost 100 grand, and then you
Right.
get a $250,000.
put it up, right?
I'll tell you what, Grampy's up there in heaven smiling.
Yeah,
He's like, God damn,
yeah.
you're the
Yeah.
best investor ever.
It looks like he replaced it with a 88 Evo 2.
Yep, that would do it.
Okay.
Yeah. So
All right.
That's what he went immediately and
so he like traded in, traded up.
yeah,
Yeah,
good for him.
Essentially, yeah. But I guess he was like, he told the story a few times that he's like, I just throw out this just ludicrous number, just absolutely like ludicrous, don't even bother with it number, and there was cash delivered at my office later that afternoon. Cash.
Jesus.
Wow.
So
Well, that's
some people got it like that.
Yeah,
that's something. You want to get me excited? Yeah, I mean, there's people like that guy who bought that. It didn't matter to him how much the car was.
Yeah.
right. Just
You
wanted
take advantage of shit like that, like the guy who just got a $250,000 for this car did.
Well, it's
Unless it was
also-
collector, I'd be bummed with that. But my story in my head is like grandson inherits it, pays for his house with it.
yeah.
That's the only way I want to
There
see
was
her go.
some good coming out of it.
Sloan brought it up when he was here, and he's saying he's seeing a lot of people parking their money in hard assets right now instead of the market. So
Right.
it's the same kind of thing what Isgro said.
That's
I
the
guess
hardest
hiding.
asset.
Yeah, I don't know if you'll be able to cash that out again for 250. You know, it's like
Depends how bad the market goes.
Yeah.
Man, if market goes to shit, no one's paying 250 grand for an old German car.
no, definitely not.
I'm just waiting for that whole baby to crash so I can buy these things. Yeah, that is interesting.
That's all I had for news.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right.
Which is
What
that?
do you got?
I got one I titled Battery Beef.
Battery beef.
Battery beef.
Battery Beef. Two South Korean companies went to court, SK Innovation and LG Chem. LG Chem was accusing SK of selling trade secrets, and the International Trade Commission has ruled against SK. Good, knock those traders out. Bad news, they can't import some battery products to the USA, and they make batteries for Ford and VW. So it's
LG
not
Chem?
good. SK, who lost. So that is not good for their supply chain. Let's hope the Mach-E Mustang still makes it.
Well, the Mach-E Mustang is powered by an LG Chem battery.
Is it really?
Yeah.
So maybe it's other Ford products that
Yeah.
SK makes batteries for. Or maybe, no, SK lost. Well, anyways, it's part of Ford and Volkswagen's supply chain, and they can't sell stuff. And they're both like pushing the court to, hey, maybe let these things come in because they are a giant part of it. So
Because it's going to hold everything up
Right.
for a very long time.
interesting battery beef, both South Korean companies.
Stuff that matters, but not everybody pays attention to.
Yeah, reasonably, because it's just like funny stuff. But
Yeah.
it was on Jalopnik, and I was like, oh, I want to read this,
Yeah.
see what's in that. But yeah, I mean, just keep pushing that Tesla lead. Keep pushing it.
It's continuing, and we're going to talk about that in a bit. But
Nah, I don't want to talk about Tesla today.
No Tesla today?
Not even close. You got something, Corey? What you got over
I
there?
do. I'm actually bringing it up right now. It was what do I have here? I have the mini Ford pickup truck that is supposed to be being built in Mexico alongside the Bronco Sport.
The Ranger?
The Maverick,
The
smaller than the
Maverick.
Ranger,
Okay.
the
built
Tom,
on the same platform as the Bronco Sport.
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise, yeah. So it's based on the same like kind of car style chassis as the Bronco Sport, just in
That's gonna be very
smaller version of the Ranger.
Yep.
Ranger actually is not that
Ranger's
small.
big.
No, Ranger now
Cruise Space
is
Station?
like a F-150.
Yeah. It's just not.
What?
I need to watch that video again.
The Tom Cruise space station?
He's going out there, and this time.
So
doing
I
his
was
own
surprised to
stunts.
see. I don't even know what you're talking about at this point.
You gotta
Oh,
watch
you
about
know-
the Tom Cruise
Oh,
space station.
man.
No, I don't even know.
Oh, geez, yeah.
That guy's
it's-
an American hero.
Yeah, it's a couple of bros. So, the current Ranger is about the size of an older F-150.
Yeah, for sure.
So the like the old Ranger that I remember is just tiny, like really tiny.
Yeah.
Lone Ranger.
The Lone Ranger silver.
I mean,
silver
my
bullet.
dad had a Ranger, and it was a very, very small pickup truck.
Yeah.
It was a very
So,
tiny,
If the Maverick's like that, okay, cool.
like utilitarian pickup truck. Yeah, it's supposed to be a very small.
Well, until the second gen where it becomes
right.
a
Then they just fucking-
F-150
yeah,
size.
It all gets beefed up
It
again.
turn it into an SUV.
But I mean, Ford. I mean, if they must.
Something's in the
Why-
Kool-Aid over
Yeah, I
there.
would say they're kind of turning some stuff
Pumping
out.
them
Over
out.
there.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening.
I
over
no idea on what power plant would be or anything like that, but just the size model wise, it's
there.
going to be
even
smaller
if
than
it's
the
a
Ranger.
small, I don't know what the smallest EcoBoost they have is, but a
I think it's a
4-cylinder
2.3.
or three isn't there a 3-cylinder EcoBoost from the fucking Fiesta? across
Fiesta,
the
Yeah,
pond?
there's a Fiesta.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
It definitely would be. I think. FF Metalworks asked us a question at one point about
It is.
the. Is there a market for super small like pickup trucks like that is just good for? I mean, realistically, we know no one really uses them for what their intended purpose is, right? But if you have a pickup truck that you can throw a mattress in
Yeah.
at some point, or you can throw a few bags of soil in at some point, right? And now you've got a smaller footprint, you've got a smaller engine, it's more fuel efficient, you can it's parkable places, but it's still got a pickup truck bed on it.
Yeah, I
Pretty
mean,
cool,
young Ben loved the shit out of his Ranger.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, your Ranger was small, man. I mean,
Yeah,
it was
Rangers
still
were small.
He worked
limited
that thing.
limited time.
Limited time, but it was a good time.
No,
Yeah.
Well, my dad got it in 2016.
For a good time, not a long time. I think nobody uses pickup trucks for that anyway. So the only
Yeah.
point would be the price point.
price point's supposed to come in below the Ranger.
But if you're in America, you're buying pickup trucks not to use a pickup truck. So I'm going to think that the F-150 is just going to keep selling one every second. And the Ranger's only going to be
People
for
who-
budget-conscious people who aren't going to use their truck.
I would be into, as far as purchasing goes, I would be into purchasing like a small pickup truck because I know I'm not going to use it. I know I'm not towing anything. I know I'm not loading up the bed with a bunch of pavers or anything. Like, I know I'm not using anything like that. I know I'm going to go buy a fucking plant at Home Depot or whatever like that.
I mean,
pay
I
like
picture
$4,000 for a K truck in that case.
Yeah.
I picture like plants, 5-gallon pails of paint.
Yeah.
Different shit like that. Like just because I remember seeing, especially in Fall River, like a Portuguese contractors.
Yeah.
With all the small trucks.
Think
Big
about the
shells,
Hilux. I
that's-
mean, the old Hiluxes, I mean, those are super
Right.
tiny
the
trucks.
Toyota,
And people
right,
that
the
actually
small-
use trucks,
Yeah.
that's what they want.
Yeah. Small, what were the ones? The Tacomas, the really small Tacomas, at first, and then with Mitsubishi had the Mighty Max. I think it was Mighty
I mean,
Max,
the Min-
right?
Yeah,
Remember-
Mighty Max with that 4G63 conversion.
Remember that the Dakota.
diverter.
Yep.
Dakota was a super small pickup truck. I know, like, Chevy's got their Colorado, which is kind of like in that range of the Ranger.
Yep.
But
Colorado looks big too to me.
yeah, it does.
Yeah, they're all still pretty big.
So I think a much smaller let's call it a compact pickup truck.
Yep. Maybe
Could
we'd
hit
be,
something.
Maybe we'd be surprised because that whole segment of people, if they're still out there, they don't have anything.
Yeah, the Ranger hasn't been that hot.
So like if somebody comes along and does something that's pretty cool, nicely priced, and doesn't fucking
Yeah, I mean, let's face it, the
rot away.
F-150 is the unstoppable train.
Right.
It just
Right,
it doesn't
that's
matter.
just-
It's never
yeah.
going to stop. So they tried it with the Ranger. The Ranger sales just haven't been that great for a revival of a name of something like that. But
that was once popular.
that was once a popular. So now it's like, okay, well, what was popular about the Ranger then that isn't now? Oh, it's size.
Well, yeah, people actually used them then.
Yeah.
I think you're looking at. I don't know. It's weird to me because like I bought my K truck because it's funny,
Mhm.
but it's been so useful when I
Yeah.
need it. Like when I got to recycle the oil, I have these 5-gallon drums of oil. I can move that. I got to
Yeah.
buy a grill, shit like that. But it exists right on the level of hype train because it rides like shit because it's super low, and all the Honda guys lose their mind about it.
Yeah.
So you can bring it to a car show and go to like a coffee shop or something and go to meets and stuff with it, which is fun. But like as far as useful goes, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Big
It's there,
bed,
yeah,
not
yeah.
fast, and then it's a Honda. So like, I haven't driven it. I haven't started the fucking thing in 3 weeks. I know if I go home and need to move something, it'll start right now.
Right.
Moving
just
wheels,
crank
shit.
right over. Yeah.
It's so nice when I got to go get like propane for the grill or something, like,
Yep.
or go get gas for the side by sides. Like, before I was throwing it in the back of my wife's wagon, I'd spill it every time. So I don't know. But I don't.
I'm moving DJ
But
equipment.
yeah, exactly. When that was a thing,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and it's nice and not going to rain for a month.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's useful, but it's $4,000 useful or $3,000. You know what I mean? It's not. I wouldn't go spend $25,000 on something that is only for that. Like, you're not
Right.
going to bring a Ranger
Right.
or this Mighty Max or whatever this fucking thing is
Yeah.
to a car show, or it's just not going to be fun.
No,
it's
you're
just
gonna see
it's just a truck, so no one uses it.
An individual, like a guy who paints houses or some shit like that.
Yeah, that's
gonna be
what I
perfect.
picture.
Yeah, but you buy a used truck for that. Beat the shit out of it.
You buy a used truck for that for the same price. It's got 100,000 miles on it.
Yeah,
And you got a brand new one yourself. And you
I
do.
guess. I just don't think I don't see that many work guys buying trucks.
I see a niche for it. I see. It's like I don't
see
need this
companies
giant
buying
thing.
trucks.
You know?
I see, like,
Well, for
anybody
example,
that
could
buys
you-
a Transit or something like that now, the smaller Transit
Yeah.
works out of that. Maybe they look at that
Yeah.
really small compact truck.
For example, your company you work for, you guys are purchasing Ford vehicles all the time. Trucks.
Yep.
Is there any room for a smaller version, or is it just F-150?
We've tried.
You've tried smaller.
We've tried, and sometimes people are not receptive to them, and then we
Too
also
small.
get a lot of pushback corporately.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
So that's kind of a thing. But we have tried a few other ones. For instance, we got some Tacomas.
Yep.
They were not well received.
Interesting. Okay.
But yeah, because myself and a handful of others are on that train of, well, why not?
Yeah.
Let's try these things at the very least. So if we could get it past that hurdle, I think we would.
Because think about the cost savings there.
Yeah.
If you get an F-150, you're not even using anywhere near enough space that
Not using the space, not using the cap space, not
Yeah.
using the bed space.
Terrible gas mileage. It's
Horrific gas mileage. And if it's the V6 version, non-turbo, it's even worse gas mileage and performance all around, and the thing just sucks.
and what that price is of that F-150 versus if you were able to purchase what the smaller pickup truck would be, your cost savings with gas, the initial purchase price and everything alone. I mean, it's
Yeah, it'd be worth it for sure, because it would almost think of a compact truck to replace and or work side by side with a Explorer.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of something of that level, because the F-150 is bigger.
yeah. Who knows? Maybe this thing's niche will end up being fleet vehicles.
Right, which very well could,
Yeah.
yeah. I thought that about the Ranger too, but I haven't seen many.
Our buddy Alaska has a Chevy Dakota. What's that little truck he has?
You
got
got Colorado.
Colorado. Is it a Colorado?
I thought so.
Yeah, he got a Colorado for work, and
Looks cool.
He loves the thing.
Yeah.
It's like you said, it's old F-150 size, but it's reasonable size for a truck. Where we get this Ram 2500, which is a man's truck,
Yeah.
It's Corey's truck.
and
yeah.
it is
Cool.
it's like driving a monster truck.
Yeah.
But I think that's what the boys want.
I think so too.
And we bought ours full poverty spec.
Yeah.
Except it's a 2500 because we want to get a little wimp engine. But I just don't know, how cheap is this thing going to be? It's going to be it's going to be cheaper than the cheapest possible F-150, and you
I
can
don't know what.
you can get some real cheap F-150s.
Yeah, actually, just while we've been talking, I was kind of digging through my phone to bring up this article I was reading before. So the Mustang Mach-E is powered by a battery pack with cells made by LG Chem.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah.
So it's gonna be
So it
something
must
else
be
then.
the other way around. Whereas like
confirmed that.
yeah.
And for kicks, I mean, starting MSRP for a Ford Ranger is $24,410 right now.
for a
So,
Ranger,
for a Ranger. So,
So what's starting on an
so
F-150?
if, starting F-150.
If you want a big dog, like 30 grand.
I would say about 30 grand probably as entry price.
1 second.
If you want
That's
Ford to enter
Ranger,
you.
2020 F-150 30. You're starting
Yeah,
at
so
28.
you gotta pay the money
So
for that
maybe
big
you're
boy.
looking at like 19 or,
I was gonna say,
or
if you come
2021.
18, 2021 for a compact truck.
If you can get
Yeah,
a
it might
brand
work.
new compact pickup truck for 20 grand, I don't know. Again,
If
maybe
you
it's
have a
just
reason.
maybe it's going to end up in a bunch of fleet vehicles and
Yeah.
not
We'll
really out on
never
the road
hear-
as the general public.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice though, because then they'll actually be getting used for what they're built for, right?
Exactly.
Which most trucks don't. Well, God bless them.
Yep. We'll see.
But I mean, just knowing that they're going to be built on the same assembly line as the Bronco Sport in Mexico just tells you kind of what chassis it's going to be
What
based
it's
off
gonna-
of.
Right.
So there's that.
Well, boys, chalk one off the list of exciting manual cars to buy,
Uh-oh.
because Jeep is ending the Compass manual this year.
You got that button?
Is available in a 6-speed which nobody knew.
Or is that
It's
Bell?
interesting. I brought that up earlier. I didn't no idea about that.
Yeah. Available in a 6-speed, which nobody knew about. And the idea is it was probably just there to say starting at this super cheap price.
Yeah.
Right.
So you get one, you could dump the price of the automatic transmission.
Sort of like a C8 Corvette.
But you could get it in manual. And I know there's a big Jeep Compass community, especially our listeners.
Yes, huge.
And just rush to the dealership now.
Which one's the Compass? Is it the one that did
I have no
like
idea.
nose wheelies?
I think it's a nose wheelie one, yeah. It's the one that looks like a gas
Or is that
can.
the Commando?
no, I
No,
think the gas
you got to be
can-
going commando in the
Oh.
Compass to do the wheelies.
The gas can reference for Compass is spot on.
Yeah, it looks like a
It
gas can,
literally
right?
is gas can with wheels.
No, that might be the Renegade.
No.
What's the
Ben,
Renegade?
Bring up some pictures
The
of it.
Renegade, I thought, was...
I need those thumbs working over
I
there,
think
buddy.
the Compass is the
No.
ugly one with like the cab
It
lights.
kind of just looked like a Kia
I
Soul.
thought that was the
Or a
Liberty.
Nissan Cube. Or a Scion XB.
Which one's the one that looks like the gas can, young Ben?
Oh, and he's looking it up now.
Is the Compass
One
the
sec.
midsize?
I don't know.
They all look this. All the new ones. Look
Okay,
the
let me
same,
see the
I have
Compass,
to say
Ben.
though, but
The Compass looks like a small
No, the
Wrangler.
Compass does not look like the gas
No,
can.
that's
Look up
not
the
the gas can
Renegade.
one.
Yeah.
the older ones looked weird though.
Yeah, but look up the Renegade.
Josh has got it here. What do we got?
Let's see. Compass.
One of them, if you look at the back's a gas can.
Renegade
it's the
gas can.
Renegade.
Yeah.
Renegade.
Yeah. Renegade's a gas
Which
can.
apparently
Hopefully isn't available at all anymore.
apparently replaced the Liberty because there was a Jeep Liberty at
Oh.
one point.
What's
Well-
the Renegade start at?
22.6.
I can think of like a trillion other
I'll
cars.
take
I'd
an
buy.
imaginary Ford Maverick over that.
But yeah, no 6-speed. It's tough to see another exciting sports car lose a 6-speed. Jeep Compass. Who'd thought we'd ever talk about one of those?
Not I.
You guys got anything else? Because I got news for days.
Yeah. Did you get this whole thing about Chrysler and the new name?
Oh, yeah, I didn't read it.
Stellantis?
FCA, right? FCA. So Fiat,
Solaris.
Chrysler, whatever their conglomerate.
What are
is.
they called?
And who else?
Well, FCA is merging with Peugeot
Peugeot.
in early 2021.
Peugeot.
Stugatz. And Chrysler, I guess, in the corporate level will now be known as Stellantis. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it correctly.
Stellantis.
I don't believe we're going to see it on any kind of like signage or anything. It means to brighten with stars.
So am I gonna get a Stellantis minivan now?
No, see, I was hoping for, like a Stellantis Charger.
Yeah, Stellantis got a real nice. I could see it in cursive.
Yeah. The name pays tribute to the rich history of its founding companies, while the evocation of astronomy captures a true spirit of optimism, energy, and renewal driving the industry-changing merger.
Nah, that sounds dumb. They probably did it because it looks the same upside down or something.
No,
Nah,
that doesn't look.
I
the
don't,
same
I don't get it,
upside
man.
down.
I don't
Yeah.
get it then.
Yeah, not a great name, not ideal. But I'm interested to see what happens with it. I was really
Sorta.
hoping we're gonna start to see like giant Stellantis
So it's not
signs.
FCA anymore.
As a.
They're probably trying to take Fiat out of the name so that ruling family from the center of the earth isn't brought up anymore.
I think we'll find out more come early 2021, kind of how that's all gonna shake
when
out.
they
when
put up the
the,
Stellantis Tom Cruise space station.
Stellantis Caravan.
Yeah.
But are we gonna get Peugeots here?
No,
Doubtful.
it's
I mean,
Peugeot.
I'll buy one just for the sake
For
of.
the sake of
Just
yeah.
because they make shitty cars in France now? Yeah.
Now they can make shitty cars in America.
Bring us some more shitty cars, please.
Again, their cars are way too small.
What's that?
Anything Peugeot.
Yeah,
anything,
Paygot.
anything Paygot.
yeah.
Big
They
goats.
got-
Big goats.
yeah.
It just there's nothing in their lineup that would even get remotely. It'd probably
Evoke
be,
any
it
sort of
would
feeling.
probably be smaller than the compact Ford has yet to make.
Yes,
Yeah.
it would be.
Just like
Stellantis. Well, I, for one, wish our Stellantis
Stellantis?
overlords
Stellantis,
health and happiness.
I guess the best of luck.
Rambo.
I pretty much just wrote as a note for it. LOL. Okay. Yeah.
Lol,
Because I didn't really know what else to say about it.
All right.
But that's that. What else you got?
Well, boys, our friend Donk Master's in the news
Oh boy.
because Donk Master has once again defeated his arch nemesis, CEO Larry.
CEO yearly battle, right?
Yep. He hand-delivered gap sauce to his worst enemy.
Ooh.
1320 filmed it, 1320 video, so it should be out soon. I'll tell you what, the video I saw of Donk Master's big wheel donk launching, whoa. That thing's serious. Some guy was like, why would you race cars like that? That guy just doesn't get it.
Yeah.
Not on the sauce.
I mean,
Uh,
racing's racing.
Oh,
yeah,
exactly.
it doesn't matter.
Doesn't
Golf
matter
carts,
what it
right,
is.
Right. Power wheels, golf carts. We can have a hell of a time.
And Donk Master holds to the fact that CEO Larry ain't shit.
He's
That's
still-
ultimate disrespect.
Still,
Yeah.
Still, yeah.
I started following CEO Larry on Instagram. Not even close to as entertaining as Donkmaster. I'm
Yeah.
not going to say I agree with him, but I'd like CEO Larry to give us a little more. Also, his wheels aren't that big.
What size are we talking here? 24?
I don't know. They don't look as big as the full-on Donkmaster, which I think is 28 plus.
Maybe he went with a smaller wheel, get a little more tire on
Small
it.
tire.
You can't have that if you're donk racing. You're
Yeah.
going to be big wheel. You got to hold big wheel records. And this has brought me to the point that I think my next car is going to be a donk race car.
A donk race car?
I want to get involved in big wheel racing,
G-body.
and I'm going by Charlie franchise.
Charlie franchise, yeah.
Someone's got to bring the heat to Donkmaster.
I don't know. I mean, maybe you just got to donk out the Skyline.
Maybe. I
That'd
just
be
don't
the
think
play.
I don't think it'd make enough power. No, Donkmaster's running like a twin turbo LS in the Z06 Donk.
So you
That's
need
some
to.
pretty big power.
He's got a full vet interior on it. I mean,
just-
that's
Oh,
fast
really?
as hell.
I figured it out. There's two things you want, right?
Oh, I know where you're going.
A Viper
Yeah.
and the Donk Life.
No, there's three things I want: a Viper, the Donk Life,
In
and
1600
a Murano Cabrio Cross.
Does he really?
Well, I mean, he slayed CEO Larry top down. So CEO Larry top down. So
Wow. Okay.
Is there a cage in that thing?
No.
come on, it's a
That's
cut.
very
I don't think you
interesting.
need one.
Yeah, it's just one time
No,
down
I
the
think
track.
there's got to be.
That's interesting. Actually.
I don't know, because the
Can you
video I
put-
saw...
Young man,
like,
can you bring up Donkmaster's Instagram, see if you can get the picture of him heating up those tires?
yeah, because the video I saw, top was up. Yeah, see, top
Was up.
Top was up.
Yeah, but look at those wheels. Can I get a Young Ben estimate on the size of those wheels? How many millimeters? No, I'm kidding. How many inches?
They're definitely 30s.
You think the 30s?
Oh, yeah.
Donkmaster was talking shit. He had a video of him holding something he had printed Gapple sauce, and he was going to give it to his enemies. I think he put that up the day before. He just dominates the big wheel race world.
I mean, someone's got to do it, right?
Donkmaster is doing it, so God bless him.
Someone's going to step up. It seems like
Thoughts and
Donkmaster's
prayers
the guy's
with
doing it.
CEO Larry. Hopefully next time he can bring a bit more heat. CEO Larry said his vacuum was filled up, and that's why he didn't win. I'm not going to say I fully understand the world of donk racing.
Wow, he really,
Yeah, that's a race.
You know how
right there.
vacuums go, boys.
But
he really brings it to him.
what else you got?
I guess I'll bring this. I got a video thing that I don't want to pull up yet. My last piece of news is that, boys, after this year, the Honda Fit is gone.
Yes,
Oh,
that's a shame.
And I shared that with all you guys, and we had a moment of silence ourselves.
Yeah,
because the answer is always Honda Fit.
Honda Fit.
Yes.
I guess this thing's not going to work now as we're
Yeah.
talking about a favorite car. Nope.
one more for the boys in the back.
We're
There
There
we
we
go.
are.
There we
Ah,
go.
here we are.
going to have a 7-bell salute. Anyway,
Um,
Honda Fit's gone. I don't know what we're going to recommend to people anymore. We're looking for a candidate.
what will
Used Honda
replace it?
Fits.
Used Honda Fit.
Used Honda
It seems
Fits.
like a weird time for them to get rid of it when the Corolla hatchback came out.
Right.
There's something coming to replace it. I should have wrote that down.
It won't be
Honda-
as cool as the Honda Fit.
No.
Honda Unfit.
Yeah,
I'm
Honda,
sure
not
I'm
as
sure
cool.
they're just like, yeah, let's just make little SUVs because nobody wants little cars. So rest in peace.
I guess.
It's just hard to hear,
Yeah, it's
hard
not
to talk
ideal.
about. It's hard for me to discuss.
Hard to wrap my thoughts around it
Yeah.
at this current time.
T's and P's to Honda.
Yeah.
Gonna need some extra time. on
Josh, I believe it was you who sent a video of the Mach-E 1400 thing.
that. Yes.
Oh yeah, I didn't look into that.
So
but
I
that
went
looked
on
crazy.
a deep dive.
Yep.
Ooh. Good.
So the
At least-
Mach-E
at least somebody
1400
did.
and the Cobra 1400. Cobra 1400 exclusively for drag racing.
You said Cobra 1400.
Cobra 1400.
7 motors.
7 motors.
All right.
The interesting thing I dug out of this is that it goes on display at all upcoming NASCAR races. So we stand a chance of seeing it in New Hampshire.
In like 2 weeks, if that
In like
still
2
happens.
weeks.
Yeah.
If
Are we
that-
going?
Where are you gonna be?
I'm supposed to be in Vermont, but I think Young Ben's gonna have to take my ticket. So
yeah, I
it's,
think Young Ben is.
We're still slated.
I'll still
to.
pay for it.
However,
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't followed it close enough. If Kyle's still in the chat,
Yeah,
I think he is. I think the
Um,
Freedom's ringing up there. If I'm honest.
yeah. There's.
When is
this-
it? Saturday?
I don't remember the address, the date.
I think it's the.
I had it wrong to begin with anyway. I thought it was
First,
July
second?
18th.
I think it's the second. Pretty sure it's the second.
Sunday, yeah. I don't know if I'm going to drive down from Burlington, but maybe.
If Kyle's in the chat, I don't know how the whole NASCAR COVID thing is going because there was multiple drivers that caught it.
Yeah.
And he was speculating that, oh man, one or two more.
They're gonna
catch
pull
this,
the
they're
plug.
gonna ixnay this. So,
Huh. Well, I hope it doesn't because I was
closely.
actually really excited to go see this happen IRL. Yes, you're right. There are 7 motors, 3 powering the front wheels and 4 in the rear. They're stacked on top of each other like pancakes.
Like in
Motor
the
stacking.
pancakes.
The question was why 7, and they said they added and took away and added and took away until they got the correct weight and performance aspect they were looking for.
Because it's better than 6.
Because it's better than
I
6,
was gonna
right?
say, and they couldn't fit 8.
Yeah.
It's a limit
so
of our engineering.
whole system, obviously, as they all are tunable depending on what the purpose of the car is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, which is pretty easy with electronics.
It seemed like the purpose of this one was murder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about what purpose? Does it have a Mount Washington setting?
Yeah. How are we
It
going to get
seems
down
like
the
it
hill?
might be. It seems like this is kind of going to be kind of how Volkswagen toted around the
With the-
IDR.
with the
Imagine
yeah.
your regen down Mount Washington.
You
Oh my
recharge the whole
God.
battery.
2,400.
Yeah, you have another one behind you dead. It'd be
horsepower.
charged by the time we get to the bottom.
So they've developed multiple different control arm setups and steering setups for this car, depending on what it's going to be used for. whether it
Wisefab?
be- Yeah,
Wow.
Wisefab did the whole thing.
That would be crazy. So, if they could set this thing up to drift,
It is.
Oh, it does.
and then road race,
That's the
and
whole
then hill
thing.
climb.
Is that there's going to be a different setup for all of them. So it
one
seems like
car.
kind of Vaughn-Gittin and this car are going to be kind of
The guy.
the dog and what is it? Horse.
Dog and pony show?
Dog and pony. Thank you. Dog
Give
and
a
pony
horse
show.
a bone.
Yeah. To kind of go
Don't kiss a
around.
gift dog on the mouth.
What do you? I don't know where you're going now. So Mark Rushbrook is the global director of motorsports. So I read an interview with him,
Big show.
and he said this is Ford's tool to show what's possible with electric propulsion. My takeaway from the whole thing is people like fast and loud, not the
Yes.
show. Yeah, not the show. This is just a different kind of fast
It
and loud.
sounds like it's run by solely superchargers.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah,
Like
it
Did
is.
they
it
get
is
into,
cool.
What the noise is?
Yeah, they ran it. There were
No, no.
videos that were running.
But did they spec like? Is it
Yeah.
they purposely built that motor to be louder?
I from my understanding is that this is the sound it's gonna make.
Okay,
This is the sound of my people.
Kind of like how the Taycan makes that other like
nuclear
TIE fighter noise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like if you were driving this thing in Mount Washington and you get the hiccups, you'd crash off the road.
it's something.
If you even like got a tickle in your belly,
Yeah,
you move your foot a little bit, you'd be
Right,
dead.
your foot. Yeah, yeah.
Because the test drives I had at Instagram, wow.
Did you see the video of there's all the Ford kind of factory back drivers lined up in all their different Ford cars? Obviously, you got Kenny from the block and
Kenny.
Von Gittin puts the hammer down, immediately starts doing donuts, and it's like, well, the Mustangs in general don't have the best history of being able to hammer it out in a straight line.
Yeah, just out there liquidizing pants.
Yeah.
That's what he was doing.
It's definitely doing something. I think it's really cool. The other thing that this gentleman, Mark Rushbrook, said is that all of their lessons they learned with charging, battery management, and cooling are all being recorded and used for data for future Ford electric vehicles.
I fucking hope so.
So
It's not like when they're building gas motors, they're like, yeah, that worked well. Let's
let's
get rid of that knowledge.
Do you remember how we did that?
well, we
Nah,
talked a lot
fuck it.
about how the trickle down technology of
Yes,
where that's going.
racing and motorsport in particular.
because my ultimate answer and kind of why I started to look into it was like, why did they build this car?
Right.
Right.
Okay.
What did they build
To
it
test shit and have cool things.
for? Yeah, I guess both do really cool shit and kind of put Ford's name out there. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, look at Ford's doing cool shit.
Again, like you said, just taking the same steps as the IDR.
Yeah,
Like, because that thing was all over the place, or has been, for the past 2 years.
it's climbed every hill it possibly could. It set all the
Now-
records it possibly could.
Now, if this thing, they pair up with a, hill climber, Sebastian Loeb, somebody, I
Yeah.
don't know, anybody who's still doing that, and start chomping at some of those IDR records.
That's not gonna happen.
I doubt it will.
Yeah, I
too,
don't think it's
'cause,
gonna-
There's not enough aerodynamics. It looks like you're driving an apartment building in this thing. It's so giant.
There was some absurd number, which obviously I wrote down all these other numbers, absurd number of downforce it creates.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
All.
just, yeah, just
all
insane amount of downforce it creates.
Earth reversing.
So I started digging. Okay, what is Ford gonna kind of go into Formula E? No, okay, that's not. They're not doing that.
Yeah.
Because the whole world's going Formula E.
Yeah, is there gonna be some sort of E NASCAR version? Which I mean, we talked to Kyle about when he was on. So it seems like this is kind of gonna be like a media piece for them, both for the Mach-E, for Ford in general, and their kind of electric future.
Yeah,
It got me excited. It was cool.
I was
These guys
amped on it.
these guys are ripping around, and this thing's eeing all over the place.
Yeah.
And it's just like, whoa, this thing's sick, man. I don't know.
It gets
cool
you
with
kind
it.
of excited of like what the possibilities are, and what can kind of further come down the road.
right.
But it runs the same 800-volt system as the standard Mach-E.
Yep.
I would just get your Mach-E, throw 5 more motors on it.
Yeah, there you go. It's a driveway install. So
Normal guys can do them in an hour and a half.
driveway install.
They stack up purposely.
Yeah, so I'm just interested to see kind of where this thing goes next. 'Cause
Versus
right now
the F-160.
the F-160.
There you go.
Because right now it's just a media piece for social media. Once we start seeing this thing in person at events, or people can start photographing it and kind of looking it over, or maybe it does a parade lap at
It's
a
a hype,
NASCAR
it's a hype
event.
machine
Right,
now.
right.
And it get people excited about electric. And to see a
Yeah.
company that's been such a badass, like gas car, Mustang, murder company,
mean,
get involved in electric like
Yeah.
this is big.
Yeah, you could argue one of the most iconic cars in the world forever being the Mustang.
Yeah.
Pontiac Aztec.
I mean, we know, we've talked about it so many times. Like Tesla will always be not one step, but they'll be 10 steps ahead of everyone else.
Yeah.
In the electric world. Now, in my opinion, the race is between the big three, right? Because they're racing for second place.
Who's the other two?
I was gonna say because Chevy and Dodge
Doing
are
nothing.
Are doing nothing.
Like
But
nothing.
It's a one-man
there was
race.
a plan for Dodge to do something.
Yeah, well, there always is.
Yeah. But again,
another charger.
another
charge.
electric charger, an electric
Throw an
charger.
electric charger. It's going to power one of the front wheels with an electric battery.
But they have to. So if Ford's putting this much into this, it's going to spark something from someone. I mean, who?
You don't.
Hopefully someone does something. I think Ford's competing with like your BMW. It's competing with the higher end guys
Yeah.
now, and they're not doing it with Navigator and stuff yet. But obviously that's where it's going.
I think Ford saw how far out Tesla got,
yeah,
and was like,
we
"Well,
gotta
we're
catch
not
these
going
fuckers.
we're not going to catch them,
Yep.
but we can get way the hell out ahead of our other direct competitors, and then they'll never be able to catch us."
And we can have other people pay for it with this pre-order.
Well, yeah, with the pre-order.
Wait till Dodge completely redesigns the electric motor to fit in the
Yeah.
current chassis of the
Hellcat.
Challenger.
Yeah, probably would work pretty easily. I mean,
Yeah,
they're
that's
big enough
plenty
as
of
it
room.
is.
Plenty
There's
of
enough room.
Imagine
Yeah.
the size of battery in that thing.
Oh, imagine the
boy.
batteries who fit in that little baby.
Yeah,
And the whole thing's a battery.
I thought it was pretty cool.
No driver compartment. I think it's cool. I think
No,
it was really
that
cool.
thing's
And that's
rad.
the point, and it's working.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And God bless America. You know what I mean?
yeah. Yeah, but it's gonna be a different noise now than a screaming eagle.
need
It's
an
got to be.
electric- we
It's
need
gotta scream it. I can make that eagle more robot sounding.
gonna be
Well, I was
like,
just gonna say it's got to be an electric eagle or
maybe an owl. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah.
we need something electric.
Shout out to Scott.
We need an electric eagle somehow.
Yeah.
We'll have to debate that.
I got videos.
I got videos too.
I don't have videos. I just have. I just wrote YouTube, UFOs, bro. UFOs.
Time for a video.
That's just I've been.
Yeah, dude, UFOs. Oh,
I've
yeah,
been
but you've been
down-
listening. You listen to that Rogan.
I've been down the path. It.
Did you start that Rogan yet?
Oh yeah, I
He's-
finished it. Oh yeah,
he was
I
on
listened, I listened to that thing whole.
It's already out. I didn't even know it was out. I just saw his post about it today.
Yeah, I think it was
The
just
George Knapp one?
just yesterday.
Where you
if not
been?
The day before.
Oh, not downloading it is where I was.
Oh, my
Okay.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's out and done. But no, there's a very, let's call it questionable, because I don't know what I think about it. But video of some dude pointing a laser pointer at some sort of craft,
Yep.
and
What's
I
craft
don't
do?
know, it avoids it.
Follows it like a cat?
No, it avoids it.
Does it blast them with
Purposely-
photon beams?
So that's what. Obviously, all the comments are just nothing but.
I didn't see that video. When did you get that video?
I'll send you a link.
Jesus.
All the comments are thanks, bro. You just started the fucking intergalactical war.
Yeah.
By pointing a laser at this thing. So it's quite.
What
a
kind of
video.
laser does this person have?
Just you can.
You ever been to a World Wrestling Federation match?
Yeah.
The one in their eyes.
those, yeah. You can get into some serious trouble because those lasers can.
I didn't even know they traveled that
Get
far.
up to aircraft level. Yeah.
So
Oh,
did
really?
did it vaporize the alien craft?
No, it's a literally like a 15-second video.
Yeah.
And the dude's messing with it, and then it just cuts out. And
Does
there's-
the
and,
thing
like,
move while he moves?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like a
and
cat.
basically,
It's like a cat.
Like a
except,
cat up in the air.
except
Opposite
avoiding.
cat.
Yeah.
Avoiding. Yeah. Yeah.
Secret cat.
It's questionable, if you will.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not military backed or from the U.S. Navy, but
Maybe it is piloted cat.
they're out there, center of the earth.
Deep in it.
Yeah, that's all I have for YouTube. It's just watching UFO videos.
I got ECS tunings put in our videos by Mike Day, built by
Day,
Mike. And his Mike Day super in-depth videos, him putting together the Y-body kit on his V8
drift car.
which is a Mark
III.
Mark III.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, he doesn't just rivet the kit on. He builds the thing out of sheet metal. Mike's the man. We've spoken to him. When we spoke to him, half of it was done. I know where he was in this now, because he was like, yeah, but I got to redo the whole front. And the third video just come out, and he's redoing the whole front. I'll tell you what. It's impressive, man, to see him do that. And then he does one, and he spends all this time on it. And it's just like, how's he going to make the other one match? Like, okay, he's just going to kind of measure stuff and hammer it out.
The person who is behind the filming of it, or maybe the editing of it, I should say, is definitely someone who understands the way Mike works and how he kind of, let's say, computes, because he's like, the way they assemble it, it kind of shows like Mike's whole thought process and how he thinks this out and how he's thinking so far ahead where he's making templates for the other side off of the, and maybe this is rudimentary stuff that I'm seeing that I'm just like mind blown.
No,
but like,
I think this is crazy stuff.
Yeah.
he's very, very ahead.
I picture 5 to 6 minutes of complete silence and him just staring at something.
Yes.
And then sorting it out, and then fucking whoop, that's it.
Yeah.
The video very much gets through. That's how he operates.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just a lot of like, well, I don't like the way that looks. Like, let's start over. It's like,
do it again.
Let's cut this differently. Or I want this to slope at this angle. I mean, there's no reason why, other than he just aesthetic say, oh, I want it to slope at this angle, but it's going to be really difficult.
Yeah.
And I have to it's got to curve one way, but curve up another way, and like, well, it's going to make it so much more difficult, but it'll make it look better. Okay, I'll do it.
Yeah, some of the S lines he does, it's just cool. He just really he gets to it, man. It was, super cool. Big shout to him, busting his ass.
He's definitely busting his ass, and it's cool. I also like that facility. It looks very, neat, orderly,
Very fancy.
Yeah, very fancy.
Very fancy. My last one is kind of a nerdy video. It was how the Humvee compares to the new Oshkosh military vehicle from Military TV. Tell you what. It's cool as hell.
That new Oshkosh. I think I watched a video of that thing going over like a 6 to 8 foot trench.
Oh yeah, no problem. It's the Oshkosh JLTV.
Oshkosh, bagosh.
Bagosh, yeah. It comes with children's shoes and clothing.
Yeah.
So the interesting, the video is really fun to watch. The interesting thing about it is the motor is a Gale Banks modified twin turbo V8 diesel.
Whoa.
So Banks actually. It has it on his dyno and stuff. It's a Duramax LP5 with an Allison trans. It's badass, making a lot of power, big vehicle. But it's got some tricky suspension, and they say it's not coil, but it's undisclosed.
Huh.
But it goes up and down real fast, so I think we all know what it is.
Leaf springs.
Leaf springs. Then it can easily tuck tire and then be absolute monster apartment building mode. And it weighs 22,632 pounds.
Oh, boy.
Holy shit.
Bolt-on armor. That's base trim. Armor 1 can go on like in an hour or two in the field. Armor 2, which is ballistic. Missile shit can go on in another 30 minutes or an hour and a half, something crazy like that. Anyways, certainly cool video to watch, especially if I don't really often watch military TV. It's fucking awesome, man.
Yeah.
It's cool to see how outdated. They say this thing's way beyond when it went from the Ford-built Jeep to the Hummer.
Mm-hmm.
How much this is even more of an upgrade from the Hummer to this vehicle. So really, really cool car stuff. And I saw the Gale Banks tie-in and the crazy suspension. I was like, yeah, that's the stuff.
Yeah.
He knows what's going on there.
Anything else for YouTube, for the tubes?
I mean, everyone saw that video of the mini GP that rolled over in the guy's yard.
Yes.
And he was timing himself.
Yes.
Going around, which I thought was personally hysterical.
That whole thing. Oh, you're going to go into it?
No, just that the mini GP crushed on the Nürburgring with a time of 8:03, which is very fast for a little car like that.
Wow, that is pretty quick.
So,
that whole thing was fake, that mini GP crash.
if anyone thought it was real,
Yeah.
they
I
need to
think-
revisit the internet.
I think there were people that thought it was real, and
Yeah.
one of his like buddies in the video was like a very famous French driving stunt man.
driver.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So, but the video itself is funny because there's a little lap timer at the bottom of the screen.
No, I applaud the.
Yeah, no, it is.
yeah.
It is a really fun
Yeah.
video. Like just
Like-
because it didn't really happen. It's not like they didn't really flip it, but they
Yeah.
had some. It seems
Right,
like
it
they
was-
had someone else do it, but it doesn't make it any less fun to watch.
Yeah, if we had the budget, we'd have a time trial.
Well, think it, they probably made so much money on that video, way more than enough to buy another one or fix that one.
Yeah.
So it
I
didn't.
mean, we
like,
could just buy a first gen mini
explode.
and roll that over.
Right.
yeah.
It would only be out like $1,000.
Shit, I forgot to talk about my my install disaster.
You handle that. I'm gonna.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, before we get on the main topic.
Yeah.
If you follow me on Instagram, no, I did some part install and I got intercooler for the front of the car, replaced a 30-year-old one. So popped that baby in this week and had to take the bumper off, which sucks, man. Taking the bumper off that car sucks. It's just annoying more than it's hard. And I finally wanted to move my BOV from the engine bay. Which is literally the place HKS puts a blow-off valve for a Skyline, like it blocks every aftermarket part you want to put on the car. It's super annoying, like rubs the battery, yada, yada, yada. So rip that out, put it down in the intercooler pipe. If you follow me on the gram, you know I decided I was going to take it for a test drive because obviously the intercooler's on. I want to make sure everything's tight. And I put zip ties on it.
2
Like I leashed it with zip ties.
2 of them.
And I
right?
say in the video, yeah, I'm popping this thing on it just in case it blows off. So
What happened?
back the car to the driveway. I'm like pulling up the driveway. I'm running by young Ben's house, and I'm like, this thing is making a whistle like the HKS blow-off valves makes when you shift while I'm driving. I'm like, what?
Just
Maybe it's just something out. Like knowing in my head that I should turn around and go fix this thing.
yeah.
So if anybody hasn't seen the HKS blow-off valve setup, which probably most of you haven't, it's got the stupid C-clip and this terrible flange. So whatever. It seemed like it was in. I pulled on it, didn't come off. So I got on like the main road next to me, which there's literally no houses on at all. It's rocks and trees on both sides.
Young Ben.
Shout to Young Ben. And maybe I hit 15 pounds of boost, hear a really big whistle, and then I just hear aluminum dragging on the ground.
A faint drag.
I don't know what I think it is at that point because I leashed it. So I pull over the next road, and obviously the pressure of the boost blowing this blow-off valve off blew the goddamn zip ties off. And I had metal zip ties, I just didn't want to use them on it because I'm an idiot. So I dragged this SSQV, this HKS blow-off valve, maybe a quarter mile. And the finish will never be the same.
no, it's a bit chewed up. If you will.
It's chewed up, dude. It's not
Yeah.
going to go back in the flange. I
hit-
drove home with a big hole in my intercooler pipe. And then
How is that to drive?
NARB26?
No. Oh, yeah, basically. which is
NARB26,
no
you'll understand
boost.
why I make fun of anybody who builds those.
Okay.
But no, it's obviously it's not high compression, so it's just, I mean, it's fine.
Yeah.
If I didn't have a giant hole with no bumper covering it down near the road, I wouldn't have minded. But
Right,
I wasn't
right.
about to try to boost it and suck all the sand in.
Yep.
So, yeah, I got home and I did what any man spited again by a blow-off valve would do. I put the pipe in that deletes the blow-off valve from the car, and it runs like a champion. I don't have any boost spikes anymore. I should just go no BOP, but I really like the sound.
Right. You're hooked on the noise.
The sking.
Yeah.
That's all I want. Every time I shift, I need the sking.
The sking.
The sking.
need a-
That's
we
what the
need a-
SSQV
We need a
stands
sking
for.
sound on
Sking.
the soundboard.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, Bob's off. Put it back together. I'll fix it. I'll put it back on. And if it blows off again, I mean, I'm just going no Bob. And then I booked a tune with turbo mic because I put downpipes on it a while ago, and that's when I started to see some spiky poos. Let me see if Mike can hook it up. Maybe push her a little harder there, see what we can get.
See
So
how far we can get it.
604.5.
604.5 is what we're going for. But yeah, big shout to Turbo Mike. Big non-shout to HCast for making the worst blow-off valve system ever. The valve sounds great. God damn it, I hate that flange. I've had it blow off before on the other one. And what should I shout out to? I'm just gonna buy a tile one if this one doesn't work. It's got V bands.
Yeah.
From what I understand, those hold. So
I think so.
I guess we'll find out.
In most cases.
We'll
yeah.
find out if it holds or not.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I got it working. It runs great now, but it just doesn't have blow-off valve, so I don't have noises.
Yeah.
Doesn't even surge that bad. It's better than that.
Uh,
Typical Chuck install though.
I think. Oh right, yeah. Just
Where I
went.
was just my father-in-law. I'm like, hey, can you watch the kids for a second? I'm just driving on the block to see what I have to tighten, or if I can just throw the bumper back on.
Yeah.
And I of course, I have to come back an hour and a half later. I'm like, exactly what I thought would happen. I blew a thing off, wrecked it.
Yeah.
And I just hate having a car that can't run in my garage. I don't know why, because for so long I've been working at my shop, so like I can't leave anything on the lift. I mean, it's raining for the next couple days. It's too hot. I don't drive the thing to work anyway, and I'm still just like,
right.
I could just throw that bumper on and drive it. It'll be fine. Like, why would I throw the bumper on? All the parts are coming Friday.
Right. Just
I have no time to do it. I'm here all day.
Completely right.
But it bothers me. I'm sitting here thinking, man, I could go home tonight and just like
Get that thing done.
chuck that bumper on and it'll be fine. It's like, why? So I can see it in the security camera with a bumper on?
No, in case an emergency wound socket meat pops up and you got to right out there.
Oh man, I just got an offer for a free blow-off valve.
Get that
Pete
Bob.
Coots. Pete Coots.
Do you want to get into
Pete Coots, I'm so in, buddy.
our main topic? We're 2 hours in.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
You
gotta hit the button.
Yeah, let me hit the button. I think it's this one. It's the main topic.
Main topic.
Put some thought into this.
Yes.
I know you said you went hard on it as well.
I got some stuff, yeah. So our main topic today, 2 hours in, is just, our electric future part 2. It's been about 2 years since we really, I know we cover electric cars and news and Tesla and all that sort of stuff in between, but we haven't really dove into what's changed, who's new, are there some new players, new things in the game, if you will, and ultimately, my question was, what are some propulsion alternatives? Is electric the one, or are there other options? And that's kind of what I posed to the group, and we're gonna shuffle on through that to try to sort it out.
We sure are.
Give it a chance. First thing I wanted to bring up was all these companies adopting Tesla's strategy, if you will, and that is pre-order. I like pre-orders. We do it for the magazine. It helps me get my, numbers together of how many we can
gauge his
print,
interest.
See, kind of where we're going to fall. So I get it. Tesla led the charge, if you will, no pun intended, by doing that for what? Every car, or with the exception of that original Roadster, right? I don't think that had a pre-order, but I believe...
I don't recall, but I don't think so.
I don't...
Maybe it did.
I don't know. Certainly wasn't marketed and wasn't known, at least. Maybe you just had to be a millionaire anyway. But the Model S, that was a pre-order, right? That was a whole lead up, if I recall.
I don't recall that Model S was.
I paid no attention at that point to it.
Yeah, I don't think anybody really did. I know it's a pretty common tech startup play.
Yeah.
Software company play for sure, like all the games you could pre-order and stuff. And the thing is that Tesla's doing it so early now, like Elon just has to slap one together and then he's just, give me $100 for 1 million people.
So that's what my question is now. All right, sure, Tesla's doing it, and they've finally come out with some of the cars that they did it for. Model Y, Model X, Model 3.
Yep.
They're actually producing these cars. But there are countless other companies. Well, I say countless. At least a couple that I know of. 2 in particular that I actually made a note of. Nikola.
Yep.
Nikola Motors, for instance. They have...
Nikola Motors?
They have on said website that you can reserve a Badger. What is a Badger? Well, it is their truck. There's 2 different versions of said Nikola Badger.
Never going to happen.
The BEV and the FCEV.
Yep.
BEV has a range of up to 300 miles, starting at $60,000. FCEV has a range of 600 miles, starting at $80,000.
600 miles?
So, yeah. So, and how they do that, I believe the FCEV, from what I was learned it myself earlier, is hydrogen powered. In addition, it's we'll get into that, but that's what I believe the fuel cell EV is basically what FCEV means. So they had multiple packages for said Badger. If you want to get in on that Badger package, here's what you what you had for options. One, the honey package, $5,000 deposit, already sold out.
$5,000.
Yeah, how many do they sell? 12?
I don't know what this actually. Let's see. Executive series signed by founder and delivered amongst the first batch of vehicles. $5,000 off purchase price. Nikola will match your deposit, so they take $5,000 off.
Yeah, but they just marked the final price up $5,000.
They could probably do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a raffle.
two VIP backstage meet and greet tickets to see Nikolai Badger at Nikolai World 2020. I doubt that even happened. Moving along.
Money well spent.
Yeah. There's also for $1,000.
You think Nikolai's going to happen with COVID shutting everything down for months,
No,
right as it was releasing? No.
Yeah.
Highly doubt it.
You might kiss your $5,000 goodbye if you're dumb enough to do
Let's
that.
see, it doesn't even. It's Nikolai World must be late 2020
happen.
because it says must enter before November 15th, 2020. So I don't know.
Where in the world?
That's the thing with pre-orders. So you got to trust the
see it.
company.
Yeah.
So Nikolai also offers the Predator package.
That's
I just
poor
Sexual?
per
I
word.
just
Poor
I
words.
just can't.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's kind of in. It's not in the Predator's not cool anymore, especially in the news. Like you don't want to be a Predator.
$1,000. Then
Ugh.
you also get $1,000 off your purchase because Nikolai matched that deposit. 2 tickets, 5 entries to the Badger giveaway.
But
It's like
Nikolai-
it's a concert.
Nikolai requires you to install a camera in your bathroom if you get that one.
And then you could also choose a $250 deposit package.
peeper package?
But what's due is just like most, $1,000. Now that's the same thing with the FC EV version as well. But that is a company in particular that has yet to actually make something.
Yeah.
It's not a
Because
company.
even in right, it's an idea.
Yeah, that could just be one guy in
it's
his.
right.
Yeah, in
it's
his
an
mom's basement
Yeah.
taking $5,000 pre-orders on a
It's an
rendered truck that the Kaiser made.
idea.
Is there a physical
be my truck.
example?
I believe there is not a physical example.
Yeah, there is.
because-
They promise.
No, but I'm saying like, has it been anywhere or?
Let's see. There's a video of some guy with glasses talking with his hands.
He looks ultra annoying.
I'm Nikolai Tesla.
Oh my God, they got the Diesel brothers in the video. I don't know how that
I
plays.
wonder how
in.
much they had to pay.
If
Yeah.
I just think if you were that serious, you wouldn't name your company the first name of your competitor's company. You know what I mean?
Right. Yes, exactly.
It's
so
definitely
there's
got
that.
all the hallmarks of a joke.
It it certainly does. Badger Predator.
Yeah, dude.
So there's all that. Clearly, people are pre-ordering this thing.
Yeah.
From what I've seen, there's pictures of what looks to be a physical truck. However, that could obviously
Not
easily
clearly.
be a render.
Yeah.
But the interior is definitely not real. Like, there's no way. So that physically is nothing, and who knows when that, if at all, would ever be delivered. Same goes for Rivian.
Yep.
Rivian, my understanding, was recently purchased by Ford.
Yep.
So it's just what happens with all those pre-orders now.
You know, I thought about Rivian. However, it was just backed by George Soros for like just an unspeakably large amount of money.
So all he's back in.
So like
People center of the earth.
it kind of got a little shady when it's like you get like someone like that like backing that company. So either he knows something about like what they're about to do, or it's like a great way to stash a little bit of money for now. You know,
Yeah,
like
think that might be what he's about.
yeah.
Stash
So-
all the cash.
So I was like, I got a
So
headline.
he put money in a Rivian before they got bought by Ford?
No, this was like 2 weeks ago. He put a
After they got bought by Ford.
shitload of money
How
into
could
it.
you do that?
I can look it up. Well, Josh is digging through that. With his hydrogen stuff over there.
So yeah, so that was going to be one of my things. Is okay, you know, we're going to talk or title this Our Electric Future too. But is the future just electric? Is that suddenly, or everybody right now thinks that's it? But is there something else? I mean,
Seawater. It's full of hydrogen.
I
salt.
I thought you were going with a different C for a second. I mean, if we look back 20, 25 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
cars now in comparison are much more efficient. Petrol-powered cars are much more efficient now than they were back then. Obviously, fossil fuels not going to be here forever, but is there another combustible
Synthetic fossil fuel
substance that could be
made by
man-made,
mushrooms.
center of the earth? If they release it, they probably already have the plans.
They already have the patent bought out.
is there something else that could come along and, I don't know, be different? An
Carburetors
alternative to
get 100 miles a gallon.
alternative
bought 'em.
to electricity.
So I thought about this a lot, about like what else out there could power something completely to the point of like ridding itself of fuel or an internal combustion engine. And I mean, maybe it's being very kind of closed-minded with everything going on right now, but I mean, I think they're onto something with electricity, because like something that's be powered by, it can be powered by the sun, right? So it can be powered by
yeah.
Yeah, that brings me into. I had a whole Charlie Schill moment when Josh sent me this.
Yeah.
But if you can keep going.
No, keep going. We can expand off
it's
it.
interesting what you said, because Josh is telling me what's the opposite. What else could we use this and that? And I was like, I'm going Charlie Schill full Tesla. I got money in this baby. You get your Tesla solar roof. The sun charges your roof. You get your Tesla power packs on your house. The sun charges your power packs. You plug your Tesla in.
You charge your Tesla.
It's
like
your
the
car.
Apple ecosystem.
And then, I mean, my solar...
we all know how well that works.
Yeah.
My solar system, which is not super magical, it's just like a normal household roof system, made 47 kilowatts yesterday. Like, imagine a more efficient Tesla setup.
Yeah.
And then you got batteries.
Plus batteries to store it.
I don't know. That's why I'm so bought into the God Elon's vision here.
Yeah.
Because
especially you're not charging every day, so it's not like
you're
you
not
gotta
charging
make
every
47
day.
every
So
single day.
is that
and then like if you're using the current infrastructure to put it out into the beautiful electric sphere that exists now, right? You're using that infrastructure. You get enough houses with power on the roof. Take the power plants out of it. Boosh. I know it still takes terrible minerals and shit to build the batteries. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And what happens to the batteries once they die? That we're just going to launch them in the sun, obviously.
I was going to say this isn't. We're not Greenpeace here. We're not trying.
That's legitimate downsides. But in general, you would then be powering your house and your car. So like the most powerful things people tend to use,
right? Where it's all consumed
off the sun.
Yeah.
And I mean, you're driving without harming a lot.
But what if they turn off the sun?
No, when the reptiles turn off the sun, that's a whole other story. But you might not be driving around.
Maybe this is part of their plan.
Yeah, it's only the moon that's
unless they got to charge you for premium access to the sun.
Yeah.
But the sun's a lot of free power up there, man. That's why we should launch our trash into it. Number one.
Yeah.
And then we should use it to power our cars. I think it works.
So what would it take for electricity to stick, if you will, for transportation? The continued development of batteries and longevity,
just battery
and infrastructure.
Tech, because I think we're almost at range, and now it's just make batteries lighter.
I feel like it's close.
If you get cars at the current, if you get electric cars at the weight of current cars, like if you get a Mini Cooper that can weigh 2,700 pounds, 2,600 pounds, that's electric and gets your 400-mile range.
Right.
I mean, yeah. What more do you need?
You just need to develop batteries for charging time and capacity.
So that's interesting you say that, because the hydrogen-powered cars, that's essentially how they operate. They use smaller batteries because the battery is only going direct to the motor. It doesn't necessarily have to store it.
Mm-hmm.
The hydrogen fuel cell is used to actually make the electricity, give it to the battery gives it to the motor, or in some case, that hydrogen goes direct to the motor. That electricity goes direct.
What happens when a young driver named Ben crashes into your hydrogen station?
That I do not know as far as the risks associated with, hydrogen bombs.
I've seen hydrogen bombs.
They're a thing.
James May did a piece on the electric versus hydrogen. He was driving a hydrogen car around.
Yep.
And it came to refueling the hydrogen car.
Yep.
And he was like, actually like kind of shook with the amount of like warnings and procedures and like
associated with doing so,
the level of danger involved with refueling it. And
Yep.
he's like, this can't go into public.
Not only that,
Yeah.
but the cost.
Yeah.
Because there was a brief video I watched about, they did a cost comparison to electricity, kWh for a kilowatt hour. The price, I don't know, it came to be like $3 or something. And then they did a full charge, whatever. It was, I don't know, like $15-16 for a full charge or something at home.
Yeah.
Throwing away the speed of it. Whereas the equivalent range in said hydrogen vehicle is $85.
It's not.
So the cost, it's not cheap.
Yeah.
I think that alone takes it out of play.
Because gasoline at that point is more efficient, or I should say more cost efficient.
Cost, yes, but It
Range
depends
that-
what you're fighting for, if you will, because obviously the hydrogen, there's zero emissions with hydrogen directly.
The nice thing about electrics, if you're at the gas station, you don't have to pump the first couple 5
rip
count
'em
into the
off.
trash
Into
can
the trash, right.
to get the right gas.
Not
and
wasting that. Yeah,
you can smoke a ciggy while filling your car.
that's true.
Can't do that with hydrogen.
No.
Can't do that with gasoline.
I think
That
maybe
answers the question for me.
2 years ago I would have never said this, but in like a perfect world, if we have to start obviously moving over this, which we do, and we are, is a hybrid engine platform where you have your internal combustion engine, but also your hybrid powertrain. So like during the week when you're moseying your way to work, you're running your hybrid powertrain. On the weekends, open the taps, you get an internal combustion engine, you can have some
Right.
fun with it.
Like
Right.
a Toyota Prius.
But see,
Well, I'm saying like what the rumors of like the new Mustangs having a hybrid power plant, or what the M models
Yeah.
What
possibly get.
the Chevy Volt had.
Yeah, just like a let's call it a fun version of
I
that.
think it's the best in between.
I think it's the best all around.
I don't know if you had electric possible fill up everywhere and it was mostly solar powered, that's
Yeah.
better than a double whammy. Unless you really want the sounds, which obviously I do.
Yeah, so that's the thing. It's the sounds, the sensations, the smells, the vibrations in the steering wheel, everything like that. Like you kind of
the whole soul of vehicles.
You can, it's kind of a do it all type thing. You can have the fun car, but also during the week you can have
that's my biggest. I like electric cars. I don't want one right now, but that's my biggest issue. Is like I want the old school analog stuff.
How far are we from electric flywheel conversion? You just put it in the back of E30 M3, run out of gas, hit the electric flywheel. Whoop.
I don't know. It's just going
It's
to
also another good point of having a hybrid power plant.
It's just gonna
to
take
to throw it in the old cars would be
Yeah.
cool. But I think at the end of the day, I mean, for me, I would be.
You just go full electric.
Full electric, powered like that. Like at my house right now, could charge a car.
Yeah.
right.
And I just don't have batteries now because it's obviously all linked into the grid because the people that send on the earth don't want you living on your own.
Yeah.
They
You're
want
just
you
gonna give
homeschool
them
your
the
children. What?
You're just gonna give them the sun, Yeah, the more I thought about this, I was like, yeah, well, there's like the funny like water powered car, right?
Right.
And all the
Water power cars real, but the people that send on the earth bought the pan can't do
go
it.
behind it.
You just put sea gas. You put
Sea gas?
seawater in it, aka
Seawater.
sea gas.
yeah, sea gas. Little
You put it
seaweed.
in. All you get out, the hydrogen gets burnt out.
Yeah.
Water vapor comes out the back, and you get salt.
I mean, you just get the fart powered car. It's like the
Yes.
methane powered car.
So I believe we actually have some because we put it out. To
I'd
the,
go
to
sea
the
gas.
listeners.
I would go
We
sea
have
gas.
some responses with what they'd want to power cars with, and I believe one of them is
Strawberry
methane
jam.
gas.
human methane.
I mean, there is a giant complaint about the cows, disrupting the,
correct. Yeah.
the
ozone.
The ozone.
What,
with
too many
the
of 'em?
methane
Too
gas.
many. Too many cows farting too much, burning away.
We should turn
said
we should
ozone.
turn those bastards into steaks.
Yeah, your boy's hungry.
Let's turn them all into steaks.
Let's
Easy.
get them going.
Um,
I could fix that.
Then we need
Yeah,
to make
it
more
just-
cows and make more steaks, though.
Goes back to okay, but like I'm gonna miss the gasoline, and if I can only have one car, I would want one that does both. And then even so, like the gas car can regenerate the battery, and if you run out of gas and you've got your electric powertrain
You're
there,
still not. Right.
yeah,
That's like having a horse and carriage that also has a motor in it,
Yeah.
What if you want the old horse
Well,
feel and just hook her up?
yeah, when you want the old
Hook
giddy up,
Yeah, exactly.
The another funny bit, or not funny bit, but
Uh-oh.
any idea how many hydrogen cars are for sale currently?
I would imagine 2 or 3.
3.
Whoa, Corey.
I think it
right
was
on it.
Nissan. I went down a rabbit hole of hydrogen cars a while ago when James May put out this video. Is Nissan one of them?
It is not.
Didn't Hyundai make one?
Hyundai did.
Oh, maybe
Damn,
that's what I'm
young
thinking
man.
of. There you
Hyundai-
go.
Hyundai
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
but
the
get
James
it.
May one.
Main room.
Okay, good. See?
Yeah, it was a silver Hyundai.
main room. Hyundai
Got
Nexo.
that main room energy right now.
High energy.
Toyota Ferrari.
Ferrari.
Ah, the old Mirari.
Not to be confused with the Ferrari.
Yeah. Which is another model Hyundai makes.
I don't think it's the Ferrari. I just kind of like that.
Yeah, we'll definitely keep it in Mirari.
And the Honda Clarity fuel cell.
The old Honda Clarity
Went
fuel
a
cell
bit
rolls
long-
off the tongue.
Went a bit long on that name, but that as of right now, there's only 3 2020 models.
They run on sea gas?
No, not
Are there any
Wait, how much
hydrogen
are they,
refilling
Josh?
stations?
How much they are?
Can you refine your own hydrogen, or is that still frowned upon?
I think that's still frowned upon. Hydrogen stations, I don't know off the top of my head. However, I do know there's one right near my office, and it literally looks like a science fair project.
That's what I fill my tires with, hydrogen. Most dangerous game, way lighter.
Just turns into a bunch of water sloshing around in there.
So
See
Rhode
the
Island
burnouts.
has one hydrogen filling station,
Wow.
but
Wow,
more
than
More than
E85.
E85.
yeah, but more are anticipated. So this article
Can I
is
do a
from-
flex fuel sender to put hydrogen in the tank?
maybe, but more are anticipated as hydrogen-fueled cars gain acceptance as a clean emissions transportation
When was this
option.
published?
October 21st, 2018. The state's lone station occupies a corner of the Stop and Shop parking lot on Branch Avenue. I don't know if you're familiar with the area.
On Branch over there? That
Yeah.
Stop and Shop?
Yeah.
Is it there? I've never seen a hydrogen station there.
I can drive by. Yeah, I don't
Yo,
know.
Ben, why do you coast into it?
Yeah.
At speed.
Just for kicks, Hyundai
Hyundai.
Nexo. What do you think the MSRP is on? that?
Nexo?
Yeah. This is the Hyundai's hydrogen.
25 grand?
Oh, no.
45?
Oh no. Oh no.
More?
$60,000.
No, get out of here. I'm going to buy an excursion all day.
Yeah.
$58,735 with an EPA estimated range of 380 miles,
A gallon?
making a whopping 161 horsepower.
Nah, not for me, dog. I think hydrogen, I've seen what that stuff can do. You should be making way more power.
But hold on.
Low
Don't-
detonation point.
Don't worry. Hyundai says maintenance is on them.
Oh, thanks, Hyundai.
You're in luck. Every new 2020 Hyundai gets Hyundai
Lifetime?
complimentary maintenance for 3 years or 36,000 miles.
Who fixes it after that?
That's what I was wondering.
You get a
is
hydrogen engine
you got
car?
a fucking Albert
No.
Einstein to
No,
square
thank you.
away your Hyundai.
The single fuel station
Mm-hmm.
in Providence is fortunately close to Interstate 95 and is one of 12 in the stretch from here to New York. Doesn't say where in New York.
Does it say where in the U.S.? Where in Rhode Island it is?
Yeah, that's the one I told you about.
Oh, it is the one at the Stop
That
and
is the
Shop.
one.
I just don't know how I haven't seen it.
I don't think it's in that gas
Oh, I'm not
station.
thinking Branch. I'm thinking Charles.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
The
I still haven't
stations,
seen it.
Are financed through a joint venture with Toyota.
That's right near our old studio.
Yeah. Toyota is one of the few car makers to offer a hydrogen fuel cell vehicle, which is the Morari, as Josh
It
called
probably ran out of fuel like 2 years
And
ago.
no one refilled
it's
it.
Like, yeah, we don't need it.
And just to say, that first article I read was October 24th, 2018. This one is from 2017.
Like E85, just get a 55-gallon drum of hydrogen in your garage.
Dropped off. It doesn't seem like there's been any updates on anything since then. So
I mean, is hydrogen super safe when it's in liquid form? I mean, I'm not going to pretend to know anything about it. It just
Let's see.
I see hydrogen bomb, and I'm like,
From
That's
what I
not
learned
serious.
about it in school, it's not safe no matter what.
okay.
Pretty much.
Here's just let me roll through this. Current disadvantages for users of hydrogen
Nuclear blast.
cars. Let's see. Currently, the biggest shortcoming of hydrogen fuel cars is
You can't smoke
the
a city and fill.
sparsity of options for refueling. A hydrogen engine is refueled at special fuel pumps, which in the future will probably find their way into ordinary service stations. I doubt it.
Nope.
As things stand, however, there are very few refueling stations for hydrogen-powered cars. At the end of 2019, there are only around 40 in the U.S. as compared to approximately 80 in Germany.
That's not bad. How many states do we have?
Let's see.
is that just in general or of one particular make of the car?
I think that's in general. Yeah, this doesn't.
Can you ask if hydrogen's safe to your phone, Ben?
I was just gonna say,
Is liquid hydrogen
Yeah.
safe to handle?
who'd have thought this?
What if Zoolander has a hydrogen fight?
This pro hydrogen article doesn't list all the
Sean Orr says
potential.
it immediately hit Hindenburg's when the maintenance period is up.
Yeah.
Just goes.
General Motors.
Well, that thing was filled with hydrogen. That worked out fine.
Yeah, that
It
went
was
well.
The Hindenburg?
yeah, and
Zeppelin?
it was the what the fuck the material that they made it out of the fucking the basically the gunpowder paste.
Oh, yeah, the old gunpowder paste
Yeah.
used to make.
I forgot what it was called, but the same stuff they used to make the films. Yeah, not good.
So General Motors announced October 3rd of 2017 that it plans to launch 20 either electric or hydrogen fuel cell vehicles by 2023.
Well, I can tell you which one they're going with.
We're almost done with 2020, and we still haven't heard anything from them regarding a hydrogen vehicle. So Toyota planned to build only 3,000 Morari this year of 2017. So you said, Josh, there's 40 a mix of 40
Yes.
hydrogen vehicles in general. So I
Or
plan to build
40. 40 stations.
40 stations. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I misunderstood. I thought you meant like 40 cars on the road total.
No. It's 2020 was just 3, so there's probably some other ones. Like if Young Ben
Yeah.
said Nissan had their version.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's still, if it's not gone up in flames.
Young Ben has found out liquid hydrogen. Ben, how safe is it?
Oh, not at all.
Let's hear it.
Hazards associated with it are fire, explosion,
Anaphylactic shock?
Asphyxiation?
asphyxiation.
So it's deadly to breathe.
Yep.
There's a
It
potential
migrates real fast through small spaces. I saw that.
there's a potential for
like carbon
forming and
monoxide.
igniting flammable mixtures
No cigarettes.
containing hydrogen.
Basically, it's very, very dangerous.
Yeah. It's a volatile
I mean, not that gas.
resource. Right.
Not
yeah,
that gas is great
I
to
mean,
play
gas,
with.
Right.
It
Gas
says that it's
isn't,
more flammable than gas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
I think that's our future.
And again, I don't think hydrogen is the answer.
no.
It's interesting.
It's great to fill your tires with.
It's interesting. Yeah, it starts floating.
This is brilliant.
It's
Oh, wow. It
interesting to
makes
see
big fire.
companies still. I don't know if it's wasted.
They're
But
just wait.
put-
They're
putting,
waiting for a breakthrough. Somebody can get a breakthrough. You can run this thing on sea gas. Do it.
The fucking
There's
sea
so many
gas-
conspiracy theories
sea gas is
out
the
there
best
about
thing.
people that could run cars on water back in the
water.
day before
Yeah.
the gas company went and killed them all.
Yeah,
Exactly. I didn't want to go down the conspiracy rabbit hole there.
Yeah.
No, we would never do
let's-
something like that. Do a podcast about it, which we'll definitely never do in the next couple weeks.
No.
So it seems like the zero emission vehicle platform is being driven by China, which is planning to phase out
China.
gas powered vehicles. The Netherlands, India, Scotland, France, and Norway have now set hard dates to end the sales of internal combustion engines. Rhode Island is part of an 8-state coalition with a goal of getting 3.3 million zero emission vehicles on the road by 2025.
Glad we're busy doing that, but the state's doing great.
It is not gonna happen, folks. 3.3 million zero emission vehicles on the road.
There's
I
a
think-
lot of
Yeah.
Camry drivers that say nah to that.
Yeah, I don't.
I can't. What are you gonna do? You can't make people like. Well, who knows? It's fucking 2020.
I don't know. I guess with enough incentives, maybe they can. I don't know. But to me, the electric and petrol powered combination is still kind of like the best all arounder for me.
Just a quick
me.
synopsis too, to go along with what Young Ben was saying. In enclosed locations with normal temperatures, spilled liquid hydrogen will create enormous gas pressures, tearing apart vessels without safety valves. The two prime dangers from fuel cell and hydrogen-powered vehicles are the danger of electrical shock and the flammability of the fuel. Yeah.
Sounds fun.
I mean, it sounds like a full serve only.
Oh, yeah. It looks like when they go up, they burn everything down. This is one that young man crashed into,
Is that Waco?
basically. Fueling station version.
Yeah.
Young Ben, should we get shawarma, man?
Oh yeah.
You can
Yeah.
dip out there?
Get in on that.
I think our path to our electric future is looking brighter than it was 2 years ago. IMO, in my opinion. I'm certainly much more excited about it today sitting here than I was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I have more hope for it, certainly.
And to your
No hot sauce. American
point,
pickles.
it's good to see bigger manufacturers at least getting on board.
Yeah.
Whether it be
Doing more than dipping a toe in.
promotional build, whatever.
There's a lot of guys that are going to have to get into the electric world very soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
if you're up shit creek right now, you got to get that paddle going because
And if
there's
governments,
a lot of guys wrecking you. Like obviously Tesla's ahead of a lot of some folks.
Yep.
But like now Ford's. When are you going to get it? Hopefully you're developing it. if
Finally,
you're a big
GM in
company.
2023 will get it.
Yeah,
So,
they're going to have 40 cars that no one's ever heard of
I don't know.
immediately released.
But to what I was saying earlier is that if they're like Chuck just said, they're gonna have to get it at some point.
Right.
I think Ford, like someone just kind of like woke up and was like, oh shit, we got to get to this.
I mean, someone's still building horse carriages. They're just not making that much money doing it anymore.
Right, Morgan,
Oh, Morgan.
Oh, Morgan.
a dealership in Fishkill, not Fishkill.
It's somewhere in New York like that.
It's New York. It's
Yeah.
upstate New York. I don't know where I was going with. I think the tech, battery wise, once that catches up, it's over.
Well, the good
It's
thing
not that
is,
far away.
It's not.
just to relate to cell phones, the battery tech in cell phones and charging tech has, in the past, like I'd say year or so, has just like expanded and become so much faster and more rapid.
Yeah.
And it's only a matter of time till that small scale, very small scale technology can be upscaled and kind of grown and figured out to then go into cars and everything else. I mean,
Right.
think about
it'll
even
be everything.
electric powered tools. I mean, you can get, what do you got?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Ben needs money to pay. Yeah, but you look at the way
Shit.
the way the tech's going, you can, especially with phones, they're using like formable batteries, so you can put them all different places on the phone instead of the one pack.
Yeah.
You can start working that into your cars, like in your fender wells and stuff like that. If you
Yeah.
can find better places to put the battery throughout the car and distribute the weight as opposed to one big piece,
This big lump down bottom.
could be cool. It could be cool.
Jeez, I just poof. Gone.
Sorry.
No,
Ben
no,
has
it's
that,
all right.
man. It's the hydrogen.
Yeah, hydrogen.
He's going to find. He's going to go fill his car with hydrogen and let us know how it goes. It should work. It's technically a gas.
Don't drink it.
To what you said earlier, we're knocking on the door of like the range, kind of where we need to be.
I think so.
Because
Yeah.
I remember,
For the next year.
I've definitely said before that I was looking for a certain amount of range,
400 gets me there, man.
and then we've already hit that
Right,
point
how much
and
more do you
gone
need?
past it.
Yeah.
Because realistically, I mean, if
Now-
you're driving more like that in a day, you're stopping at some point anyway. And
Well-
if the charging rate is caught up to like you're going inside, we talked about it. You're going inside, taking a whiz, grabbing a Monster, maybe a few snacky poos, and then what? And then you've killed 10, 15 minutes.
Well, now it's charge time, and we talked about it as well as how with the Harry video back in the day, how it's you start every day with a full tank of gas.
Yeah.
You park your car, you plug it in. Maybe you don't have to, but that's what people are going to get used to doing.
Yeah.
Right.
So you start every day with a full tank of gas.
Just like
How often, if you started the car every day with a full tank, my M5 gets maybe 400 miles on a tank. How often have I started the day with a full tank of gas? But like, shit, I gotta fill up again.
yeah.
It never happens.
No.
Maybe if I go to the hill, but even then, I could probably. It's range anxiety with gas. I could probably make it.
yeah.
So it's once you break that, we're at 400 now.
Yeah.
500-600. I mean, that's better than you can get out of a gas car.
500-600 is going to be like exceptional.
And at the same time, if you're looking at a Tesla, if I'm looking to get a Tesla for what I'm going to do with it, besides the fact that I want cool, fast shit,
Yeah.
I could buy the Model 3 base model like our buddy has.
Yeah.
And it would do everything I needed. It was to go 230 miles. It would do everything I needed to
I
do.
think it's even
I think
more than
since
that.
the updates,
Oh, it's
the
even
o-
more.
the
So it's
over-the-air
almost
updates-
300?
and that's just the base, and then there's the long range as well. But
Yeah.
I think it's going to be pushing.
Get me a
300.
rear drive
Yeah.
baby battery. Even though it's the same size battery, they just tone it down
Yeah.
with
I
the
gotta say,
softwares.
I've
I'm in.
seen so many Model 3s on the road lately,
Yeah.
and it's becoming one of those cars that from such a distance you can spot it with that
Yeah.
like super unique front bumper.
Mm-hmm.
You can see it from so far away.
Well, yeah, I think people are coming to terms with it, though. Like you said, it's starting every day with a full battery.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And that charging technology is evolving so fast
Right.
that even the news cycle can't keep up with how fast things are changing.
It's like pickup truck, right? People buy pickup trucks. They use it like once a year. I have
Yeah.
a car that can do 400 miles on one tank of gas. I use that a couple times a year, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I don't know how. And that's with shitty charging tech. I don't know how inconvenienced I would be with a 400+ mile battery. I'd probably be all right, except for a couple times a year.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing would just be that charging technology catching up, so you can actually just kind of kill a few minutes at a gas station and get 50% more battery and go about your
There's
day.
I haven't finished it, or I don't think it's all done yet either. But Gears and Gasoline on YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
they're doing a Model S, and a Evo 10 MR.
Yep.
That happens to be a track car.
Of course, they all are.
Drive across America. Actually, drive across and back. And right now, I'm one episode in. It's about 35 minutes long. The only issue the Tesla ran into was that the owner of said car had bigger wheels on it with lower profile tires. That just he got a
Loser.
flat on some shitty roads.
Meanwhile, the Evo MR lost his crank.
So the Evo, so far it's still moving, but it
Yeah.
had some issues. There was a computer involved that they were taking a look at, trying to diag what was going on. There was some things like that. Now again, the Evo that they picked it's not there's other.
They didn't pick a reasonable Evo.
Yeah, there's
or
other
a car anyone
reasonable
would
car,
ever want to drive
exactly.
across the country.
Exactly. So there's other
How
stipulations
did
to this.
I want to drive an Evo MR race car across the country.
This is
Give me an excursion.
yeah, sorry, or just give me a TDI, anything. And it's actually pretty interesting so far. It's hand in hand. I mean, no issues from the Tesla, and the thing charges in about 20, 25 minutes each time they stop.
If you're running out of gas, just drive to Mount Washington and regen the whole way down.
Right. Yeah, you only have
Everybody
to get
knows.
about halfway up. Come on down.
It's interesting how diesel's falling further and further out of the equation.
Fucking Volkswagen.
Yeah.
I read something, Jalopnik had it up today about some guy owned a diesel and was complaining that all the diesel pumps were like big truck ones, so he couldn't fill his car up with it in like the
Yep.
Michigan area.
Yep.
I didn't know it was
I've
a diesel thing. I feel for you diesel guys.
I've seen that before. Yeah. Yeah. There's
and he says it's an adapter, but they just get super nasty right away. But
Oh my
diesel
God.
fuel's
So,
fucking gross.
just
Yeah.
just that was probably the only downside to owning and driving a diesel was filling it up, because the pumps are fucking disgusting.
Right.
Like they're just covered in soot and just this grime.
Yeah, diesel fuel just makes grime.
It just
I was
right,
filling
it
up
just
that wood chipper in my house. I was like, this stuff is fucking gross.
doesn't matter where it's on the pump. It's
Gas
on
is
the,
clean, cleans you up.
It's like right, spray it on, take a little sip.
Yeah.
It's on the it's on the ground.
Stop
it's
seeing it for a
everywhere.
little while.
Or see colors.
It hit different.
Yeah, sure
It
do.
is different, right? Yeah, I don't know.
It seems our electric future seems much more sure that it's going to be an electric one.
I think so, right? Unless something out of left field is developed, i.e.,
a crash-proof hydrogen pump
sea
that Young Ben
bass,
will test.
seawater, sea gas.
Sea gas. If we get sea gas going,
If that starts,
running on the beach with a bucket.
but then what are we going to do when the oceans run out?
Yeah.
Nah,
when the
oceans
ocean
are fine.
dries
It's just
up.
like the sun. It's
Well, the
unlimited.
glaciers are melting, so we'll be all right.
Yeah, just keep melting the glaciers. Well, but we stop using glass, that might stop.
I gotta change my crab filter.
Sea gas, man. You get free salt all the time, Just
Yeah,
pop the little
free
salt hatch.
free seafood.
Yeah, man. Who knows? You might catch a
You're
lobster.
out-
We take
cook
the
the lobster.
We take the salt to salt the steaks because we're killing off the cows.
Yeah,
Salt
get the
comes out-
methane
right,
down.
Salt comes out of the tailpipe, fucking right on your steak.
Nah, water vapor kid. This is a little salt catch. It's like the
Oh,
pool filter
yeah,
thing,
salt
little
catch
plastic
can.
thing,
Yeah,
the old salt catch
salty,
can.
salty catch can.
Be great if they didn't ban that technology. Make it secret.
Center of the
Yeah,
earth.
I just I can confidently say we're in a better place than we were 2 years ago in the world of electric
Generally,
cars. Yeah.
we're way better than 2 years ago in
Yeah.
this world.
Electric cars.
Electric cars wise, we're
Electric
great.
cars, right?
The
Yeah.
rest of the world,
Not so great.
Not even fucking
Bring me back to
close.
2 years ago.
Yeah,
My
God.
objective here is to talk strictly about electric cars,
And
that's about it.
2 years ago, red pill.
Yeah.
Show
I
me
don't want to know how bad the economy really is.
Show me the Matrix.
Yeah.
It's a good discussion, and it was because I was
I'm interested to see what people have to say.
I hate to toot my own horn, but I think you're right.
tinkering with the idea of, well, why not hydrogen? But then instantly, as I started to read about it, and
Yeah.
i.e. infrastructure, i.e. dangers, i.e. explosions, maybe not so
Imagine
much.
Ben crash a hydrogen car into some rocks.
Well, yeah, it'd be like a fucking nuclear explosion.
That'd be
We'd see it-
terrible.
there'd be a mushroom cloud in
You'd
situ.
see it from space.
We would have a little momentum candle on the with his face on it right now on the table instead of him sitting here.
We'd be playing in the eyes of an angel every
I
morning.
cannot.
you know?
Yeah, I cannot imagine. I mean, let's see, a hydrogen crash, right?
I'm sure they're.
It would.
I'm sure they're made to be crashed.
All it would take is said fuel cell and fuel lines being exposed,
To rupture.
rupture, right, and then hit something with spark, i.e., a battery.
Siggy.
The battery
metal
that's
on
either in
pavement.
front of it, or right, exactly, metal on pavement.
Magnesium plates you have on it as you drag it.
just scraping, just like the S10s.
Last time.
It would be very easy to, if that stuff's extremely volatile or more volatile than gasoline, then yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Not that difficult for it to happen. I mean, get these fucking things off the road.
Yeah.
Jesus.
What the hell's
Thank you,
happening?
gosh, who would do that?
What are you
Goddamn
doing?
hazard.
What the fuck?
I can't say I've ever seen one on the road. So
I don't know if I have. I'm sure they all
maybe
look
I have and
stupid
I
on
don't even
purpose.
know.
Oh,
No, they look totally normal to
Well,
me.
Oh, I've seen a hydrogen car that says hydrogen on the back, right?
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's very defined. And
I was
Maybe
like,
it's
that's a
war-
weird
It's like a
model name.
warning label.
Yeah, don't hit me.
Yeah.
exactly. The Hyundai and the Toyota Ferrari look okay.
It's
but
like a kid with
the-
peanut allergies.
the-
It's like stay the fuck away
You
from
gotta
him.
label that guy.
Kid's a weirdo.
Tattoo on the forehead. Ruin plane flights for me, will ya?
It's a weird.
Can't even fly coast to coast and eat peanuts anymore, these little fuckers.
Yeah.
Can't even have cupcakes at schools
Yeah.
anymore.
God damn it. What about birthday cake on my birthday?
Fucking ruin the fun.
It's peanut allergy bastards. If I ever see even one of them. I bet young Ben has a peanut allergy.
He definitely does.
He definitely does. He has to. Probably just texted me he accidentally ate a peanut. Josh is crying.
His face is all swelled up right now. Oh, Jesus.
Grab it in his throat. He can't breathe.
Didn't hit any rocks. Bad news. Ate a peanut.
No American pickles.
Bad news. I accidentally sniffed a Snickers.
I'm crying.
Back to it.
Back to it. Get these hydrogen cars off the
Off
fucking
the
road.
fucking road. Oh no, that's what I was gonna say.
I'm
is
sick
the
and tired of
Honda-
these hydrogen cars.
The 2020 Honda, extremely long name hydrogen car.
Yeah.
That you fucking know what you're looking at because it doesn't look okay.
Oh, it looks, as some may say, not well.
Perhaps. Yeah, perhaps. Very recognizable. You boys want to get into some questions?
Yeah, please do. Let's move this along.
Does young Ben have a peanut allergy?
Let me try to focus here, bring my shit up. All right. We asked everybody out there to submit us some questions. We also asked to give us your feedback on what an alternative for propulsion for vehicles may be. Nobody said Element 115, unfortunately. Shouts to Bob Lazar.
Yeah, because no one is a believer.
Yeah.
Grubby Martinez writes, what's your take on stanced electric cars?
Grubby Martinez. May as well.
I mean, they're
Yeah,
on
why
the
not?
road. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it's there.
it's
got wheels.
probably going to throw like these electric motors like for...
You got
Like a
your
little-
axle all fucked up.
Yeah, like I'm sure the electric motor, because I mean,
You notch in
think
the frame,
about
you
how,
hit a 220.
how rudimentary a diff is,
Mm.
and like they're not happy about it.
Yeah, but aren't there a lot of electric motors right on the wheels?
I thought they're more inboard. That was at least.
Nah, yeah, I guess I'm thinking of some other shit.
For instance, like Volks is inboard, and that goes to axles.
Right. So if your axles
But
are
some of
all
these
fucked up.
on wheels, they're individually wheeled. I don't know. I honestly don't know.
A lot
how
of
that
TQs for
drivetrain
the
works.
axles, if you think about it.
Yeah.
God
So-
bless them. Anyway.
Yes, yeah. Hey, stance it all, baby.
Yeah.
Uh,
We're a big stance podcast.
David Ball 13. There's still 20 plus years of new ICE vehicles, internal combustion engine vehicles. If anybody's wondering,
Not if I have anything to do with it.
He
electric
says at
is
least
the
20
future.
plus years.
At least 20 plus
Okay.
years.
All right.
20 might be stretching it.
Yeah, because I see a lot of these deadlines for these companies are in the range of 2020 to 2029. I
Now-
haven't seen any outside of 2030.
Yeah, but you
I
know
would
what deadlines
say-
are for. Not meeting.
Yeah, not meeting them.
I would say
It's like road construction.
Fucking peanut kid.
big dick.
Yeah.
I lost my train of thought.
Sure
Oh,
thing,
20
Ben.
plus.
I'll take
I
it.
think there's more hybrids for longer
Yeah.
than just internal gas, petrol powered by themselves.
Yeah.
I mean,
see
I
that
think
being
I think
stretched
15
out.
years from now, the electric engines that are going to be real shit boxes for like super economy things.
Yeah.
Do electric engines shorten the lifespan of a vehicle? So instead,
far
you
I
know,
don't know. We don't know anything
We
about.
don't know.
We don't know.
because you can get a car now, and if you take care of it and you drive it and you maintain it, you can put 250,000 miles on
Yeah,
it.
judging by cell phone technology, yes.
Yeah. So
Right.
like
Battery
maybe
shot.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
maybe
If
the life of span of a car now.
they keep calling these things smartphone cars, right?
Yeah.
Or references smartphones. Well, what the fuck? You're going to get one every 2 years at least?
Yeah.
Or, a year?
Yeah, my Samsung breaks, send it to the place, takes 2 weeks to get the fucking thing
Right,
back.
right, yeah.
You break, I fix. Fuck
Yeah.
you.
Tyler, say what?
Say what?
Do you think there will eventually be a ban on combustion engine vehicles? I think to a certain extent, yes.
I think there's be more so a ban on cars that don't have self-driving capabilities on highways.
I think those safety features are kind of going to be because what year was it? The reverse camera, was it just 2019?
It was recently, a couple
Became
years
like
ago.
mandated. I think we'll see more of that versus.
I think, yeah.
And
I think
something
eventually there'll be a ban on gas vehicles, maybe mileage, something. But there'll always be old stuff. There's not a ban
Yeah.
on horses, but there's cars,
and there's
Yeah.
history
And-
tied to it.
Once it gets to the point of there are enough electric vehicles it's really offsetting the old gas stuff, who's going to want a gas car besides an enthusiast? And if we know anything about how cars are sold and engineered and made for the public to purchase, they don't give a shit about enthusiasts. So there's not a
Yeah.
ton. So
And
I
it'll
think they'll
be-
leave us alone.
It'll be limited to certain days of use. Can't go to certain locations.
Yeah, I mean, that already happens in London, et cetera. You get the big tax.
Yeah.
I mean, remember cash for clunkers.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I mean, when are we gonna see like a marketing campaign going towards
Cash for gas.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe I
Yeah,
should
literally that.
sell my
Yeah.
M3 for $250,000 now.
You know, where they're gonna take in
Sell
some,
high.
car that might be worth $2 or $3 grand and give you 8, 9, 10 grand for it. Just
Give you a
to get
couple
people
double
in
D
it.
batteries.
That tax, some sort of tax,
Yeah.
incentive developed to wrap
Because cash for
around it.
clunkers worked like a motherfucker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally fucked over the used car parts market.
Yep.
Ronan _H21.
Ronan,
Shouts
big
to
shout.
Ronan. Whose car will be on the road first? He says mine, Corey's, or mine, Josh's. I don't know
Corey's.
how far. Corey's.
Mine,
is
I just-
right.
I'm waiting
Ronan's
for the brake
motor's
fluid.
going in this
and
weekend.
it's already registered,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, yeah.
Doesn't have to be
It's-
registered to be on the road, buddy.
That's true too.
Yeah.
Well, technically mine is.
Corey
just
started
not here.
yesterday.
Yeah,
Uh,
mine started in rain yesterday.
I mean, technically, if I throw a jump pack on there, I could drive it.
That's
Yeah.
a lot of
Yeah, I
technically.
mean,
You better get it out there.
It's good to go, but
Yeah, I need brake fluid, so I can't. I put
Do you
it.
need
in
special brake fluid? Can't you just go get it from O'Reilly's or some shit?
I ordered Motul
Okay.
because I just, if you're gonna do it, just
Yeah.
do it.
Motul it.
spirited. I mean,
Looking
you're
for
gonna,
advertisers.
when that thing's ramping up Mount Washington. It's
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
gonna,
you need a lot of
you're
brake
gonna need
fluid.
that.
Yeah. I mean,
More
if
so
you're gonna
down.
do it, you're gonna do it.
Right.
But I mean, so I just put the car in gear and just kind of like backed off the clutch a little bit, and I was like, she started to roll. I'll count it.
on the road.
Yeah.
That's it. Send it. Ronan _H21 again.
Ronan.
If we could develop an engine to run on haters' tears, we could drive forever. That is true.
That's very true.
Let's see. Ryan RYXNN. Rexon.
Rexon? We're going Rexon.
What's going to be the equivalent of a burble tune for electric cars?
I
It
think
just zaps
them
people.
making funny noises.
Choosable.
Yeah, choosable funny noises.
Choosable.
Yeah.
Right. What it's not like TIE Fighter, X-wing, Millennium Falcon.
Hemi.
Hem-
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I
Yeah.
think
Take your pick.
you'll be able to kind of start uploading. Oh,
just like ringtones.
you want to sound to like a
Velociraptor?
Fox body Mustang,
right.
Right.
Right. Which
You like a
only
302
one
with
person
a-
in the world would want that.
Sign me the fuck up. With a B303 cam in it and get real lumpy.
Yep.
I wanted to make the ice cream truck noise when I hammer it.
Yeah,
I bet you could put it in lumpy mode. And
Yeah.
if it's a Tesla,
cam
it
mode.
it would actually, adjust the suspension to make it look
Get
like
a
it's
little rock
moving.
little
Yeah,
bit.
Yeah.
jack you up
Some
a little.
Bit of mechanical there. Let's see. Peanut butter idiot.
Peanut butter idiot. That's a really good one. Welcome
Bravo.
aboard.
I'd like to see electric applications paired to homes with solar panels. I think that's something.
Oh,
I'll
we
let you
covered
boy.
that. We covered that pretty well.
Me too, buddy. Working on it.
He also writes, or if we could condense the carbon emitted from gas jobs to burn again with no less CO2.
Dual burn systems.
Yeah. Dual burners.
Dual burn. I'm going to just
I
delete
think
that.
I-
evap.
I think they're
Just
just
got to go the way of the evap.
Yeah.
Where'd that chocolate canister go? I don't know. It fell out.
If I don't know, if what we're seeing is, kind of correct, they're past that train of thought.
Yeah.
They're beyond it. Let's see. Snake Neck writes, haha, I didn't even see this before I sent that electric
Neck,
truck
cool.
over. It was a random ad I saw. So, he must have sent it over. I didn't see it, but show Snake Neck.
Big shouts.
36 Matvia.
And that's it. 3-6 Mafia.
Perfect solution. Just writes Tesla, world domination.
Oh, Tesla World Domination. Let's see 2,000 by the end of the week.
He's got a very high range requests. He said, to be honest, if I can get 1,000 miles range in something cool looking, I'm sold.
1,000 miles? What are you, flying a plane?
You can't get 1,000 miles now out of something. So I don't. I think if you say here's daily for your M5, 400 miles, right?
Yeah.
If I can replace it with something that's electric and get the same, if not more.
And what if you can fill up it almost as fast?
Yeah.
I don't know. 1,000 miles is a lot of range. If I get
That's a
1,000
lot.
miles, I'm in it as well.
Yeah. It's a big
But
ask.
you can do it. It's just going to double the weight of the car.
Yeah.
And I hate to go back to this thing, but the TDI, when I filled that thing up, said a range of like 730 miles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it was lying.
And it was real. Well,
Had to fill it up every day.
No, mileage wise, I could get there. It just wasn't. It was just way more
Wasn't on the up and up.
Emissions
pollutable,
wise, yeah.
if you will. But that's like, I never needed it. Even driving to and from, like a 40-minute drive to and from work, it was just like, oh, geez, I got to fill up in like a week,
Yeah.
2 weeks. Let's see, 4LLENN.
Alan.
The perfect car for me would be one that runs on farts.
Well,
My man.
Then he asks,
2 little
"But
clam
what-
chowder.
But what would come out of the exhaust?
Just sadness.
How does how does that work? Is there
Clean air.
is there a little tube on your seat?
Yeah.
Is that how it works?
Yeah, it's technically like the ventilated seats that suck all your farts out.
Yeah, just go
suck
right
it right
in.
into the combustion
Oh, see,
chamber.
I was thinking you just pull it right from the cows.
Oh, so you'd have to go.
Oh,
to
you go fill up on
You have
farts.
to go to a
you-
fart station.
You bag up the cow at the rear end of the cow,
Mhm.
run a little like a colonoscopy bag.
Like
Oh,
an
right. So
fart.
instead of
Yeah.
solar panels, you just got a whole bunch of cows at the
Yeah.
yard, like
You-
4 or 5 cows.
You go to a
Yeah.
farm, you're like, I'll take 3 bags.
Speaking of steaks, that'll solve the methane problem, the steak problem.
Yeah.
All we're going to do is the salt. We need the sea gas.
Wouldn't it add to this methane problem?
No, because you'd be
'Cause if
burning it off in the
everybody's-
car.
But if everybody's running, oh, right, you'd burn it off in the car. If it
Right,
was
because they're not
clean-
going to escape the plastic bags, of course, stapling the cows.
Yeah.
if it was a non-emissions or clean emissions emitting.
It's going to be clean.
Yeah. Dexter VW just writes,
Dexter
why do
VW.
they still look like poo?
Which ones?
I
You talking about electric vehicles?
kind
I
of
think the e-tron doesn't look like poo.
the e-tron. No, that doesn't look bad. The Tesla stuff doesn't look bad, but I think
It doesn't. I don't think the
I
Tesla stuff
don't-
works great. Looks great. We've talked about it, but they don't look bad.
I also don't like
And
how
the e-tron I
every
think looks great, even though I hate Audi.
E version of something has to like they can't just make it look
They got to go straight Honda Insight.
right. There's just some
Like the
extra
things Blake
thing,
put on
like,
his bug.
You know, I kind of like how they do that though, because it sets it apart.
differentiates
It's like
it.
kind of like a look at me, I'm electric type thing.
I'm
You goes,
different.
what did Prius do with
I'm different. It's like the warning.
Yeah,
on
the
the
blue
peanut
thing. I'd set it apart, but not make it ugly. You can still
Yeah.
do it, and I think that's what Tesla does. But Tesla's an acquired taste. As I said, I don't think they're great looking, but
The
I
Model
don't
3
think
is really grown
they're
on
not
me,
terrible.
over time. The Model 3 is really kind of that weird, kind of like hammerhead shark style front bumper
Yeah.
type thing.
Yeah.
It's really grown on me. I mean, let's face it, the Model X will just never.
Elon, just make us a wagon, man.
And the Cybertruck. Ugh.
Yeah, besides,
Ugh.
but
Cybertruck is great. You're absolutely right.
Model
but a
S
wagon. No, you're right. A
Model
wagon
S
would be
wagon.
Give me
really
a Model
cool.
3 wagon, Model
Hot
S
damn.
wagon. That's all I want.
There is the Model Y. It holds allegedly more people, but
I don't
not
see
more
how.
cargo.
Yeah, it's just more people, just no legs.
Yeah.
My in-laws want one of those. I might
A
push
Y?
that.
A
Yeah.
Y.
Interesting.
Dog Pizza
Dog pizza.
just writes, fact, Subarus are more likely to be reliable than Epstein is to have killed himself.
True.
Bravo,
That's
because he
true.
hit that
Very
one. I
nice.
didn't see that coming. Dartology, what's your favorite?
Startology.
What's your favorite automotive manufacturer logo? Easy, Koenigsegg.
Oh yeah, damn, that's a good one.
The Ghost.
I like that Pininfarina, just the font.
The
It's
font,
always
yeah,
so
yeah.
legendary.
Yeah.
Hence a figure tight knockoff.
Yeah, I don't know. That's really tough.
The Ghost, the Ghost from
that's
Koenigsegg is
my-
just
yeah,
awesome.
That's just nice
Also,
and-
the Alfa Romeo with like the snake eating the kid, that's pretty solid.
That is really cool. Yeah.
yeah.
There's like a dagger involved in it
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
it's pretty sick.
A lot of
The
death.
AMG's really cool too.
That kid must have peanut allergy.
AMG.
The AMG coat of arms.
What am I? How come I can't picture that?
Start picturing it.
Yeah, I'm working on it, buddy. AMG.
Unless I'm totally wrong. I thought the AMG had a really cool coat of arms.
The only thing I can think of is the
can't
just the
picture that either.
AMG
That's,
letters.
yeah, I've just.
Oh
Been,
no, you're right. It's absolutely AMG. It's got a tree.
That's awesome.
It looks like a valve. It's a valve with
Yeah,
a
it's a
valve
valve.
spring and a cam lobe.
Yeah, it's badass, right?
Yeah.
AMG
Yeah, it is
coat of
really
arms.
cool.
If you
you
haven't
know?
seen the AMG coat of arms, it's one of the really cool. It's kind of like in the theme of that Alpha with less
Yeah.
child murder. Yeah.
Yeah, that is really cool. It's definitely like an apple tree of some sort too, or an orange tree or something. Interesting.
All-seeing eye in there. Owl.
Yeah, something of the
Spiders
sort.
coming out here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm into that. JH_creative.
JH Creative.
What month of 2020 will the mole people from the center of the earth invade us?
December.
Let's see. It's July. Yeah, they're gonna really just end this with a bang.
I think they're lizards, not moles, but I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Appreciate the write-in.
Well, moles are the under people.
Oh,
Yeah,
the army.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
JH_creative. If
JH
you
Creative.
had to describe yourself as a cold sandwich, what sandwich would it be?
A cold sandwich.
Cold sandwich. I'm gonna go with an Italian because I made one recently.
I'm gonna go with a turkey sandwich.
I go
Turkey.
prosciutto de Parma, but with a fresh mozzarella cheese.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What
Maybe a
kind of bread?
PB&J.
Got that taste to it. What kind of bread? I do like
Fluff.
I do an old torpedo roll.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe a hero.
Halo.
Just kidding. Shawarma, chicken.
Let's see.
The
This
odd
is gonna
sandwich,
be
huh?
Not if you leave it for a while. Like
Just
the
let it
time
come
it
down
takes
to
young
room
Ben to get
temperature?
back here.
last one,
Spaghetti meatballs.
S14 OCP. Is there
S14
a
OCP.
better solution other than internal combustion engines for excavators and other heavy machinery? Yeah, I think electric
I think
would work for
electric will
those, too.
get there, but the weight doesn't matter as much, right? So you
In
can just
fact,
stack the
weight's gonna
batteries on.
help, yeah.
Think about the counterweights on a lot of the excavator stuff.
Forklift, stuff like that.
I'm sure it's way expensive to do now, but I think down the line, especially with counterweights like forklifts, like I have electric forklifts that are awesome. I just that once you start getting to the big Caterpillar stuff, I think the cost of the battery is going to be extreme.
Yeah.
Along with the weight of it. So once the cost comes down, I think
I mean, I know Elon's putting a ton of work into the 18-wheeler thing he's got going on, which is no small vehicle.
the old Cybertruck.
No, and if
No, whatever they call that thing.
Yeah, I
Tesla,
don't even know what they call it.
and
Semi.
if people of the center of the earth ever wanted to target something, they're going to target that thing for not coming to reality.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if
Just
it auto
because
if
it
it auto
just-
drives and
Yeah, that changes everything.
if I was a trucker, I wouldn't be about that thing.
No. Also, here's a couple of not questions, but Toby actually shouted out. He asked
Toby.
people to clue us in on some of their projects over the COVID quarantine, if you will.
Oh,
So Ben Hathaway
Ben Hathaway.
writes, I heard the wise Tobias probing for car updates from listeners, so I just wanted to
So I was probing
give
for.
my 2 cents because I've been getting after it. This is actually Ben, who's friends with Brian Buckley.
I know exactly who he is. I don't know why
they-
he get his name so bad.
They drove. Is it Hathaway? Hathaway.
It's
It threw me
Hathaway,
off.
right?
Is it Hathaway? But it's HAUTHA.
Yeah, I'm still going Hathaway.
Hathaway. Shouts to Ben Hathaway.
Hathaway sounds great too, like
this
the
is-
planet.
This is the Mark II that he drove home from Arizona. He said it's fully stripped down to a bare shell, and he's started to shave the bay. He's almost done putting the ABA from the first Mark II into another Mark II Jetta, and he's sourcing air ride for his Mark VI Sport Wagon. So it sounds
There we
like
go.
He's
Well, he's
keeping
certainly
busy.
been
Brian's
busy.
getting at
Jesus.
it.
Who else we got? We got Colin. Shouts to Colin. Call back to Mr. Tobias. I ended up helping a friend prep his car for a day at Palmer because one person couldn't complete the tasks he needed done. I actually really enjoyed working on someone else's car other than my own. Learned a lot of stuff. Definitely 10 out of 10 would recommend. So thank you, Toby, for the idea.
Nice. Diesel Dave says big earth movers are already electric.
Wow.
Really?
So there you go.
Construction
Thanks,
trucks.
Diesel Dave.
Shows how
Electric.
much I
Earth
know.
movers.
Yeah. Big earth movers.
Big earth movers.
Or electric. So
It's my band.
Rock
Like-
trucks.
bad.
Rock machines.
It's interesting. So it's like a generator that powers the battery, or like will they recharge them?
I don't know. Yeah.
Plug those babies in.
I
Just,
wouldn't doubt
Yeah,
that.
you
plug it
plug
right
them in
into
at
the power
night.
line.
Just
Yeah, I don't know.
right into the center of the earth, the core.
yeah. It runs off lava. Sea gas.
Holy shit. We're almost 3 hours in. I think
Oh,
that is going
boy.
to do it for us, ladies and gentlemen. Boys, do you have any closing thoughts?
Just, hey, Lock City Drift is this Friday. Tomorrow when you listen to it, this
Yep.
Friday, 3 p.m. Are people allowed to watch it?
My understanding was you could go if you wanted to go.
I'm sure there's a cap on spectators.
There is.
Oh, I think, didn't Lynch say due to in Connecticut, there's a percentage of facility capacity?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
but
they
the
would
place is like
It would
Hundreds
be
of acres.
very high, so I think they're okay.
Yeah.
Just follow the Lock City Instagram or even visit their website just to make sure. But I think if anybody wanted to go to that, obviously pay your spectator fee and sign in at the front.
Yeah,
but
I'd
I
ask
think
the
you're
Lock City
okay to do
Instagram. I'm
so.
trying to get an answer from Josh right now, but of course my phone's now not sending text messages. So,
Center of the earth, they're listening.
but yeah, I believe so. It should be a lot of fun. I know there are people going to watch. So yeah, hook those boys up. As I tell you every single time, there's a great ice cream joint on premises
Yeah.
over there.
And we had the chicken tendies.
The
last time.
tendies.
Solid.
Oh,
Yep.
the freaking Thai chicken, spicy Thai chicken.
Spicy Thai chicken, yeah.
Oh, so good.
Just I wanted to actually bring up that electric truck just to figure out what the hell's going on with it. So a partnership between two Swiss companies put out a dumper truck. with a-
Dumpster.
with a dumpster. A giant 700 kilowatt hour battery pack,
Yeah, boy.
Wow.
which is
Okay.
enormous.
Yeah.
They originally planned to fit a 600 kilowatt hour, but managed to actually fit 700 kilowatt hour with the space they had. It weighs 4.5 tons.
Whoa.
4.5 tons.
That's
So,
big boy. Hey,
and this vehicle is 60 feet tall.
oh, that's my kind of shit.
That's a
You're driving
mover.
house.
Yeah,
It's
that's a mover.
it's something.
That's an
Yeah.
earth mover.
That's going to be a hell of a rocket to send that into the sun.
Yeah, we have to get a couple
It's
rockets.
Serious.
Word back from Lock City: spectators are allowed. So
Awesome.
this Friday, 3 to late, come party Underglow Nationals. Lock City Drift Boys will be there. Some of us will be there. I'll probably be there. I don't
I'm gonna try and go for sure.
Might be there. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what's happening in an hour from now. But thank you everyone for listening. We love you. Thank you.
Sure do. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for the
Follow
support.
us on the Instagrams. I am Revival_Josh. That's at Chuck Who, at Corey.si, at YoungBen1. Like and subscribe on YouTube. And, subscribe to our podcast and Talking Motorcycles and rate us 5 stars and leave some comments. See ya.